Hello and welcome to Still Got Legs, a Doctor Who Rewatch podcast brought to you by Another Happy Studios. This week I'm not feeling very well, so I didn't write an intro. This is the Caretaker.
Hello everyone, welcome to Still Got Legs, the only Doctor Who Rewatch podcast in the world. There are no others that exist because they were driven to madness by this stupid little bit I forced myself into doing each and every fucking week and got sick of me having to allude to wiping out the fucking competition in a way that very vaguely relates to the episode of Doctor Who that we're discussing this week. But in a way, I'm too deep into it now and I've made way too much of a thing out of Lawrence forcing himself into bits that he doesn't want to do. So now I just have to fucking stick with it, I guess. Anyway, what happened this week? I don't know. Maybe they were all destroyed by that little robot alien in their own school or whatever. See, that's fucking nothing. And yet I give Lawrence shit each and every fucking week for the same thing. Hypocrisy, thy name is me. And that name is Nathan Bauer. And as always, I'm joined by my wonderful companion as we go on this fantastic journey through time and space and rewatch all of Doctor Who. Hello, Lawrence.
Hello. It's about time to hear that drive you fucking up the wall, to be
How
honest.
dare you? I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, how are you?
You should have let me know that you didn't write an intro because I wrote one for you.
Right. Okay. Go on, let me hear this.
Because I decided this week I'm gonna prove that basically Lawrence just pulls these intros out of his arse, basically. Although you didn't even do that this week.
Wait. Before you tell me what it is, I did have a vague concept for one, and I'll give you mad props, and I'll be honest if you hit it.
All right. Well, basically, I wanted to see if I could get somewhat close to whatever bullshit intro you would do, whatever bullshit rhyme you would come up with. All right. So go on. What was you?
No, I don't. I want you to tell me, and then we'll know if you were right. I can't tell you now because you might change it last minute.
Oh, I'm not going to change it. It's written down. All right. But anyway, this is the intro I had written down for what I thought you'd come up with, something along these lines. Okay. There's an alien in the school. Danny has been a fool, and the Doctor is cleaning up drool. So it's just shit, isn't it?
Look, that's very. Look, I'm not. The format's bang on. I'll be honest. You got it.
Yeah, I have.
I could hire you as a ghostwriter for my intros going forward.
You could hire fucking anyone as a ghostwriter. All right. You could hire your unborn child as a ghostwriter for this shit.
It's probably true. No, I would have leaned on to be honest, the weaker choice, which is rhyming stuff with pink. like I don't know.
Right.
I don't know. The Doctor meets Danny Pink. A school explosions on the brink. Something stinks. I don't know. Like that.
Stinks doesn't even rhyme with pink.
There's something that did do a stink. I don't know.
Okay. And there we have it, the caliber of genius that we're working with. This is your god. This is your man.
Nathan, we're here. The episode's late. It's my fault. Both times.
It is your fault. Yeah. Actually. Yeah. Nothing to do with me. So
no, actually isn't. I'm ill. I don't feel very well.
Nah, no one cares. Get over it.
No, come on, give me some sympathy. You're allowed it.
You're getting on from me, all right?
Oh, that's probably fair. Yeah.
You deserve it.
Wait, do you deserve it?
You deserve this illness. It's penance.
No.
For your many crimes.
The only thing this is penance for is probably just, I don't know, having too many fizzy drinks. Because it's a horrible tooth pain.
I have the fizzy drink right now. I'm having a delicious Coca-Cola Zero Sugar Lime flavored.
That makes me hate you because I've had nothing but water for a month.
Beautiful.
Oh, God, even the bottle looks refreshing, or the little can.
It's not a bottle, it's a can. Are you blind as well?
I corrected myself. I can't do this today. I can't. There's a certain point where if I open my jaw enough, and it's the exact jaw movement I need to do to shout back or defend myself, and if I reach that point, it really hurts. So,
whap, 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 whap.
Now you're boasting that you can do Kendrick Lamar songs, and I can't.
Yeah, bro, can't even hit the Kendrick.
Hit the Kendrick?
I don't know what that means.
It's a fortnight.
I heard you're on Team Drizzy. I heard you was watching the Super Bowl performance, being like, "Oh, this is shit. I prefer Drake." That's what you were saying.
Right. So the reason I asked you just before we started recording is if this week is the first time you've heard of this beef, is because you seem to be bringing it up a lot when it is in fact almost a year old now.
It's not a year old.
It's almost a year old.
It's not almost a year old. I feel like it was in the latter half of last year.
No, I think early to mid last year.
I think it was in the latter half of last year. I think it was post June 2024. Sorry.
Oh, maybe. I don't know. I shouldn't have got into this. I don't know enough to care. You seem to have enjoyed it this week. You're ringing me. You're singing Kendrick Lamar lyrics.
To be fair, it was released on May 4th, 2024.
Oh, okay.
So that is early to mid last year. To be fair to you.
Wow. Thanks.
but
so
it was
you
just
concede like
it was just a big thing of the Super Bowl.
That's true. Yeah. Did you see that picture of him strutting?
I've watched the whole performance, mate. So I guess in a way I have seen the one screenshot that people have taken from that. Yes.
Did you watch the bigger game itself?
No. What the fuck? No. First of all, it airs at like fucking 4 a.m. here. Okay, on a Sunday evening, on a fucking Sunday evening, Monday morning. All right. No, I'm not staying up till 4 a.m. on a fucking Sunday night to watch a sport I don't even know or understand. Okay.
Yeah, I could have watched it. I was up all night that night. I actually could have put it on the TV.
Could you?
Yeah. I think Sky did a thing where they were like doing it like Sky are presenting this.
Yeah. You got Sky Sports?
Oh, I don't know. Probably not.
Yeah. You think Sky just giving that away for free?
What, the sport? The big game?
Yeah, you think they're just giving that away to anyone with a fucking basic package, mate?
They should do. I was feeling sick.
Yeah.
They should have had some sympathy and let me watch the big game.
Sky Sports is like their moneymaker. That's the one that it costs like fucking 50 quid a month just for that package alone or some shit, man.
Dads are always moaning about it at barbecues. Like, you've seen Sky Sports put the price up. And other dads are like, yeah.
Well, they've split it now. It's all been split among different services.
What?
Now.
I thought you meant all the dads.
No, it's all like, so some games are on Sky Sports, but then some games are on BT Sports. So you gotta get separate packages and everything, and you're paying for multiple subscriptions. That's how they get you. But like, I'll tell you what, it's a good thing I never really got into sports.
Yes.
I just don't have to pay for any of that shit. You know?
Yeah, you're much better off being into movies and TV with the 50,000 streaming services you've got to choose from.
Yeah, I don't know even how much I pay for Sky Cinema. What is it, like 20 quid a month or something? And I'm lucky if I
the TV, yeah.
And I'm lucky if I watch one movie a month on Sky Cinema. And I pay like 20 quid a month for it. And I'm lucky if I watch even one.
Yeah, but when it's there, it's good, isn't it?
When it's there, it's good. When you need it, it's good.
Yo, where's this fucking... I could rent it on Prime for like 3 quid. I'd much rather spend 20 quid on the off chance it might be there for free.
Exactly. That's good stuff.
Oh, it's Doctor Who, Nathan.
It is Doctor Who, indeed. It's season 8, episode 6 of Doctor Who, written by Stephen Moffat and a cunt, and it is directed by Paul Murphy. It is, of course, I've got Time Heist written down, but I believe it's The Caretaker.
It is The Caretaker, yeah.
Yes. It's also episode 109, maybe. That might not be right.
You don't need to keep up with that. There's no need. No one cares what episode of the podcast
I guess
they're
we're no
listening
longer
to.
counting up to 100, I guess.
Yeah.
So, and we won't get to 200 because so far there hasn't been 200 episodes of New Who released in total. Like,
what are we gonna do when we get to when New Who expires, right? Oh, and the podcast catches up.
Probably a conversation for another time.
Yeah, probably, but now let's have it now.
All right, sure.
Just a quick one. Are we going to change the title of the show? Like, Still Got Legs, like, colon, a fucking, I don't know, still got Jack having sex with Yanto in the tortured office or something?
First of all, it's great to see your brains in perfect working order. Okay,
Cheers, man.
okay,
Thanks.
that was a really, really good bit, and it didn't take you like half an hour to come up with that.
I've cut it down. I can't now.
Yeah, great, good stuff. I don't think we're going to change the name of the podcast. It's the branding, isn't it? I think
We should change it to Still Got Mr. Smith and Mr. Lawrence and Mr. Nathan. I Need You, a Sarah Jane Adventures rewatch podcast.
top form this week, aren't you?
I'm short circuiting early. This is hour 1.5. This is not going to go well for me.
All right. Well, let's see how it goes, Lawrence.
Okay, all right. General thoughts up top.
Of what? Of the Caretaker? Lawrence,
Yes.
I'm glad you asked. I'd love to know your general thoughts on the Caretaker.
I think enjoyable enough. I liked it. I liked most of this episode. I think the villain is a bit weak. I do think he looks kind of cool, but we'll talk about it. I think it's a serviceable episode of Doctor Who. I like Doctor Who, even when I'm not like fully fucking with the episode. I'm like, I like this though because the Doctor's there and Clara's there and they're having fun talking to each other. I think this episode does some interesting character stuff, and I think I like a lot of it. But it's something I definitely want to hear other people's opinions on. But yeah, not amazing, not at all bad. Good time.
I like this episode quite a lot. I think it's a good bit of fun. And because of that, I choose to believe most of it was written by Stephen Moffat.
So true.
Yeah, I choose to believe that Moffat wrote most of it. At least that's what I hope. Because he's who I will be giving all praise and credit to for this episode.
Yeah.
But yes, I quite enjoy it. I think it's a bit of fun. I know it can be a little bit of a controversial episode. I don't think it's necessarily regarded as like one of the best or anything like that, or one of the worst, but I think it's hit and miss for people. I like it. I think it's a good bit of fun. You got some good Doctor weirdness, some good Clara Doctor banter as well. Some great back and forth comedy beats between them just throughout the whole episode. Villain is a bit weak and shit, but it's not really the point of the episode, really.
It's not the focus. We say this so often, don't we? Like, the episode obviously is prioritizing character over this thing. So.
Yeah. That's just like a bit of a lame excuse for the whole episode to exist, really.
Yeah.
But whatever. It is what it is, you know? But yeah, overall, I enjoy it. I think, and I believe someone else said this and Still Got Thoughts, so apologize for stealing your Still Got Thoughts, but this is the better school reunion.
Nah, see, that... I need to be feeling better to do this. School reunion.
Which by the way, shall we announce? Should we say this?
Yes, go for it. Yeah.
Yes. So we mentioned last week we're going to be starting a Patreon in March, and part of the perks, the benefits, I guess, is you'll get a bonus podcast where you'll get 2 episodes, one of which is a commentary. The first commentary that we'll be doing will be on School Reunion.
You didn't vote for it because you don't exist yet. You're not there yet.
No one can vote for it, so that's why. But we voted for it.
Yeah. Would you rather we didn't do it because no one voted?
We're going to watch Mid-School Reunion.
No, we're going to watch good. I'll tell you what, I'll save my defense for School Reunion for that. So if you want to hear it, go and sign up, I guess.
Yeah, you can't yet, but
No, you can't yet. It's not there yet, but
yeah,
soon.
We
should probably record that soon as well, actually, looking at the date.
Yeah, maybe we already have.
We haven't.
No, I know we haven't, but yeah, maybe.
All right, yeah, no, I'll be honest, this was so far not an episode I thought was controversial until I took a little peek at the Discord and saw that people, like, there was one comment from someone that was pretty much flat out just bad. I don't know if I agree with that, but sure, okay. Yeah, all right, where are we kicking off? What's going on?
So we're kicking off on Tatooine itself. Yes. Okay, it's a desert planet with twin suns beating down on the Doctor and Clara, and they appear to be like chained to some kind of like stone altar or something, like some kind of, I don't know, prison system. And they've got themselves in a bit of hot bother, and they're like, "Hey, pass me the fucking vibro cutters, you can." And Clara's like, "I don't have them. They're in my jacket or whatever." Bit of fun to start us off.
Yeah, I think so. I quite like the notion that the Doctor's like, why have you got two jackets? Is one of them broken or something?
Yes.
And I like to think of that as the canon reason why the Doctor does commonly alternate between 2 get-ups. Like, oh, I don't know, like, look, this, not to divulge into a whole thing, right? But the blue and the brown suit, the most famous get-ups that we speak about on this show oh too often. I like to think that he put the blue one on because the brown was fucked, and then one day he was like, I could keep alternating. Whenever one of these gets battle damaged, I can put it into the TARDIS clothes repairer while I just wear the other one.
First of all, he put on the blue suit because he realized the brown one looks fuck ugly, all right? And he wanted to actually look good for once in his life.
Oh, is that
right?
why? Okay.
Yeah, that's why. All right? And don't forget it. Anyway, yes, they're chained up, and they're like, "Oh no, we're gonna starve." But the doctor's like, don't worry about that. The sand piranhas will get us long before we starve, because there's also sand piranhas as well.
I like a sand piranha. What?
Yeah. See, that's a bit of Moffat weirdness right there.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, to be honest, this whole montage, like this whole opening, is just a bit of fun. It's a good excuse for them to do a bunch of Doctor Who episodes that, like, the rejected concepts bin.
This is a bit of fun. Yeah. So the basic premise is there's a whole montage of Clara trying to balance life with the Doctor between life with Danny. Basically, not too dissimilar from, we had a similar montage with Amy and Rory when they were doing Home Life versus the Doctor Life in The Power of Three, I believe it was. I can see this montage in my head. I know it's not playing right now, but I can, in my head, okay, I can see this montage accompanied by that song that plays in X-Men First Class when they do the Mutants montage. You know the one?
Yeah, that one.
No, not that one, you dickhead.
Oh, I know the one. Wah, wah, wah.
Yeah. It's not like that, but yes.
It is like that, and it is like that. Do you know what? I've put it here. It is like that.
It's not like wah, wah, wah. It's like I can't do it, but it's like
what you did was wrong. It's more. It's this. It goes. Dun, dun. Wow, wow, wow. That's way more accurate.
No, it's not.
It is way more accurate.
It's not like either of those, okay? It's like, you was going, bop, 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 bop.
That's what that was.
Where's the wop, bop, bop?
Anyway, the point is we can both picture the song really well and both of us are right or wrong or whatever.
Yes. Anyway, that's great.
Yeah, no, I do like this one. You're right, it is very Power of Three-esque. I kind of do like it and how absurd and stupid it gets. Like, the first one is kind of believable. Clara comes in absolutely, like, sunburnt because she's obviously been trapped on a sand planet in chains.
She's bronzed up. She's got a tan.
Yeah, she's got a big tan. And Danny's like, you weren't that tan this morning. And she's like, sunbed. That's plausible. Yeah. You can get around that.
Sure, yeah, you can be on the sunbed. That's fine. And then she goes to get the pints in for the lads or whatever.
Yeah, she gets a round in for the boys.
All right, calm down. You got way too excited about that.
We'd like to see a round in for the boys.
Shut up, you. But then I like that it's showing the kind of, I don't want to say this word because that's something that we're going to talk about much more next season. But
you're going to get cancelled for saying this word.
No, it's not nothing. I'll get cancelled for.
It's a big slur word.
It's nothing. I'll get. Oh fuck it, I'll say it. The addiction Clara has to
okay, all right.
Yes, to traveling with the Doctor, because she's just getting ready to go out for a date, and then the Doctor's there like, fish people, fish people. And she's like, what are they like? They're like, fish and people, come on. And she can't help herself. She has to go in and have a look, and then she's getting into a taxi with Danny, and she's pulling seaweed out of her hair and stuff. Yeah, because
it's like a light addiction at this point. I guess it's like a FOMO at this point. Like, well, I can't miss the sea people kind of thing.
Maybe it's a little more than that.
Okay. No sizzling.
And then, like, the Doctor and Clara are running around, they're being chased and shot at, and the Doctor's like, don't you bloody hate soldiers? And she's like,
so much.
Yeah. Whoa. Yeah. Anyway, so it's all kicking off. It's all going Pete Tong for Clara, bless her.
My favourite one was it weren't raining. It was a freak shower. And then she pulls some seaweed out. And he's like, why have you got seaweed? And she's like, I did say it was a freak shower. I'm like, It's a good thing you're in Doctor Who and there was a cut there, because the rest of that taxi is like, what do you mean a freak shower? That was seaweed. Where have you been?
That would have been like one of those moments where you say something weird and then you hope I just move on, but I never do. And I just drill down on you like, what do you mean? Tell us all what you mean, you fucking weirdo.
I go, please.
No, we're not moving on until you tell us all what you mean.
And then I have to wait until the next day, listen back to it in the edit and go, I should cut this down for myself. I now have the power.
But you don't, because you're a coward.
I can trim some stuff here and there. I'd mostly just protect us.
You can't be trimming this gold, all right?
I just protect us from being cancelled sometimes.
All right, first, don't act like we're saying shit that'll get us cancelled all the time, because we're not, all right?
No, we're not. You are, though.
No, fuck you. No,
like when you said addiction there, what actually happened was there was half an hour where I educated Nathan on how he shouldn't say certain slurs, and then he changed it to addiction. That was what really...
Couldn't even carry on through with that one.
I just saw your face and I was like, I know this is somehow going to get flipped badly. I'm going to stop while I'm ahead.
Good. You're a very red man tonight. You're usually quite red-skinned, but you're like very red.
I'm red. It's hot. It's really hot. I've had the heating on all day today.
All right, well, maybe don't do that then.
I realised my mistake when I came in the office.
It is winter, you know. Like, if it's really hot, that's entirely your control, mate.
I came into the office and it'd been shut all day, and there's 2 radiators in here, and it was fucking hot.
Open a window.
Yeah, I did open a window. I had a window open for half an hour in here before we started recording, and it still wasn't cold enough. Because now I have to have the window shut and the door shut because we're recording.
Have you turned the heating off?
Yeah, the heating. I started with that. That was my go-to first step.
I never know with you. I always have to double check.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I am red. I'm a red boy.
A red boy, indeed.
You can always tell because there's a harsh line where my beard is.
Those are some rosy cheeks you got there, man. Like, fucking hell.
I got a secret, and I'm shy.
You look like one of those little German dolls. You know, with the cheeks and the big eyes.
I know the one.
Yeah, that's what you look like. Bro's got his little rosy cheeks out. And now that you're giggling, you ain't getting embarrassed. Your whole face is flushing red.
Look, it's hot in here. The lighting conditions aren't great, right? I don't know why. It's really embarrassing. Sometimes I have business calls.
Can I take a picture of you and send it to the Discord? Bro's a little... I'm just going to send it in with no context right now. So if you were in the Discord last night and saw a picture of Lawrence come through, this is the context for it.
I got to see this. What channel are you sending it into?
I'm just throwing it in general. What should I put it? What should I caption it?
Caption it as "What a red cunt."
No, a little red boy. I'll say.
Say Banner Caffellator out on the town.
I'm gonna react to it with Banner Caffellator pride.
The worst thing is, I'm more red than I'm redder than I look in this photo.
You don't actually look that red in that photo, to be honest.
I don't want Nathan to be embarrassed, right?
Because
I'm way redder.
Yeah, that's probably some Apple filter at them, like some Apple smoothing or some shit. They've made you look better.
They've sorted me out big time there.
Yeah, well done, Tim Apple. You've done it.
Good on him. Anyway,
what else is going on?
I've lost my notes. Here we go. Yes, so
just go for a run.
Yes, I like this one. I like the idea that she spent an entire night running away from aliens, and then Danny arrives, opens the door, and is like, "Off for a morning jog, shall we?"
What kind of awful date is going on a run together?
Yeah, I've done it once with my wife, and we both agreed we're not doing that ever again.
You don't go on runs.
I did when I was slimmer.
Right.
And I think that
must have been a while ago. That must have been a very early date for the two of you then.
Yeah, it's fun. It's a bad date. I wouldn't be going on it personally. If I were Clara, I would have shut the door in his face.
Yeah, same. Probably wouldn't have gone down well, but yeah.
That's his problem. Yeah. Fuck off.
She's having a bit of a crisis. She can't keep doing this. But luckily, she's granted a little bit of a break because she's ready for a bit of an adventure with the Doctor. And then he's like, go away. Go away now.
Yeah.
Go away, he says.
She opens the door to the TARDIS and he hisses at her. He goes, get out.
No, he's been a little bit suspicious, isn't he? He's been mysterious and sus. She's like, she comes in and straight away he goes, "Oh, Clara, you look lovely. Have you had a wash?"
Yes.
And her response to that is, "Why are you being nice?"
Yeah, that's something I really like about their dynamic, because already, like, we've spoken about how the 12th Doctor has this ongoing thing where he just doesn't get that Clara, like, can look nice and can be, like, attractive to other people. Like, he just doesn't see it, which is really fun. And I do like that his idea of being nice is being, like, just the basic minimum compliment of, like, you don't smell like utter shit today. Congrats. Like, I just think, and she just goes with it. She's like, yeah, sure, thanks.
It's good stuff.
Yeah.
So he says he's got a thing to do that might take him a while, and he never just explains what this is. It's just a thing. Don't worry about it. You know, he's a man of mystery. He's got many things going on. He's going deep undercover, so don't worry about it, basically. Yeah. And Clara's like, okay, you're up to something. You've been a sneaky little boy, all right? And they have a bit of back and forth where they're snapping the TARDIS doors open and close together. I like that. That's a bit of fun.
I do like that, but if I were the TARDIS, I'd be fucking fuming.
All right, well, you're not, so calm down.
No, I know I'm not, but if someone has to provide a voice for the voiceless, Nathan, and that's me.
Fucking hell. I don't think the TARDIS minds. Like, why is the TARDIS bothered that the doors open and close?
Because
they're like, doors. That's what they fucking do.
Yeah, but it's an effort, isn't it? Like,
why is it an effort?
You're opening the doors. It's like the TARDIS has to listen and respond to that click. I'll open the doors. Oh, you're not actually going out. Oh, you shut the doors.
I think you personify the TARDIS way too much.
Well, the TARDIS is an organic being and
I know,
has opinions, and we heard them in Series 6 or whatever.
All right, go calm down, all right? Fucking hell. All right. It's not like it's just fucking... I don't know. You personify it way too much. It does my head in. Leave her alone.
How quickly you forget. There we were, empathizing with the TARDIS's plight.
Do you love that episode, Lawrence? You love The Doctor's Wife, written by your favourite writer.
Fuck's
Is that right? Is that right?
No.
Is that right? You told me you love that writer and everything he's ever done ever.
No, it's not true.
That's what you said.
Oh, don't make me shout.
That's what you said to me. And that's what you're getting at now.
We're moving on.
Right.
We're moving on so quick.
Yeah, I thought so.
So there's pupils at Coal Hill School. They're all giggling at Danny and Clara, pretending to be all formal. They're like, "Oh, good morning, Mr. Pink. Good morning, Miss Oswald." Like, that's a bit of fun. It's very school behaviour, that is.
Ozzy loves the squaddy, they're saying.
I got beef with this.
All right.
Right, no, because this is a
of all the things to have beef with. A little phrase made up by school children. All right.
No, right, because this is what this is this is the one thing I'll attribute to that guy.
Bro's about to give us a masterclass in writing, everyone.
No. But this is not
the guy who brought you such hits. There's something wrong in the school or whatever.
This is not what children say. Like, they don't speak like this. They don't go, "Oh, Ozzy loves a squaddy." That's something a 50-year-old man would come up with and think he's the funniest cunt alive.
What do they say?
They would be like, "Whoa, are you fucking sir? Are you shagging Danny?" Like, they would be way more like crude with it, and you know that's true.
Yeah, but it's Doctor Who, a show that airs at 7 p.m. on a Saturday evening, Lawrence. All right?
Well, they should know what they're working with. They should.
No, they do, and they've changed it to be more appropriate. Right.
I'm just saying, this isn't catching in. If you did this in the lunch hall, it's dead silence. It's crickets for your joke. No one is laughing at this. If Courtney busts this out in front of me, I'd be rinsing her. That's just how it goes. It's kill or be killed at my school.
I'm glad we didn't go to school together.
Oh, you would have hated me at school.
Yeah, I probably would.
Would I have hated you at school?
Probably.
What was your vibe?
Gay.
Oh, definitely then.
Yeah.
I was, in Glee when they put kids in the bin. That was me.
Yeah.
I don't know why this bit is. I'm doing this.
You did media.
I know.
No cool kid does media, all right? You were making music videos in your school, all right? That's not screaming fucking jock cool guy, all right?
No, I was cool. I had a Letterman
Was you on
jacket.
any sports team?
Does GCSE dance count as a sport?
I mean, dance is a sport, but that's not getting you any popular, brother. All right?
I was really bad at it as well, by the way. I just did it because for some reason there was something that happened where, like, if you wanted to do a dance GCSE in year 9, I was like, I'll do that. And I was a skinny boy in year 9. I could move around a lot more than I can now.
You were skinny in high school, I'll give you that. I took an entire subject called leisure and tourism purely for the fact that there was a trip to Alton Towers as part of the course, and they always said don't take the course just because of the trip to Alton Towers, and we're like yeah no worries, as we're signing up for it.
Yeah, sounds good, man. Sounds good.
Sounds good. No worries.
How fuming would you have been if they cancelled Alton Towers trip?
They didn't, so it's fine.
Don't need to think about it.
Yeah, irrelevant.
How was it? Were the fruits of your labour worth the trip?
Yeah, it was fine, I guess. Yeah, only cost like 11 quid as well.
That's not bad for a school trip.
Yeah.
Alton Towers back in the day. What can you do at Alton Towers apart from the rides? Like, have they got any fun attractions, kind of thing?
Well, Lawrence, it is a theme park. Okay, like if you're not going for the rides, you're probably not going to the right place. I know you're a little fraidy guy who's like, "Oh, I don't want to go on this roller coaster."
I've seen videos of them breaking. I've seen them. And what if that was me? What if I was on that top and I died?
They never break, all right?
They break often.
Do you know how many times a day they operate?
Yeah,
thousands.
Yeah, but what if I'm the one? What if it's me?
Well, then you're very unlucky, and you'll probably get a big settlement payout from the theme park as well.
Oh, that'll be good. I'll spend it from 6 feet under, shall I? I'll be
Oh,
dead.
fucking all right. And what if you cross the street and get hit by a car?
While statistically I get your point,
Yes.
I can say that it is far more likely because I cross far more roads than I do go on theme park rides.
So you should be shit scared of that.
No,
Really?
don't.
You're a day away from death, brother.
I'll never walk my dog again, and it's your fault.
Good.
Fucking right. So, yeah.
We need to hurry up and get to this sting so we can throw in an ad break, mate.
Oh, we so do. Yeah. Oh my God, we do.
Yeah.
All right. Let me speed run my notes, then get us there. So they know that they're fucking. All the kids that know they're fucking. Danny's like, do you reckon they know something's up? And Clara's like, yeah, probably. And Danny's like, anyway, you're always distracted. Sometimes you wear space helmets, and you always feel like you got someone else going on. And Clara's like, yeah, but the other thing is out the window. Or the next couple of days are all Danny time, baby.
Famous last words, as it were. Really.
Yeah, I was waiting for it. I was like, he's going to pop up out of a corner. Something's going to happen. He's
too confident. Anyway, and speaking of, then they're in a little staff room meeting. Excuse me. Hold on. Excuse me. Lovely stuff. Nice. They're in a little staff room meeting. The headmaster's like,
what if whatever. I don't cut that? What if?
I mean, it's entirely on you. I'd rather you did, if I'm being honest.
I will.
It's entirely on you. I guess I can't stop you.
What if I take out what actually happened and I insert in a big ripper fart sound effect instead?
I'd really rather you didn't, if I'm being honest. But, I can't stop you. Anyway, Lawrence, they're in the staff room. The headmaster is giving a little bit of a fucking rundown. He's giving them all their tasks or whatever bullshit goes on. And they're like, oh, by the way, the usual caretaker, I believe he's called Atif, is off sick or whatever. So we got a new guy in. And there's perfect timing. There's a knock at the door. Who could it be? Hello, I'm the new caretaker, John Smith. The doctor says he's wearing a new coat. He's wearing a little brown coat. And yeah, the doctor.
Am I too Doctor Who brained?
Yes.
Or is this... Well, yeah, that's also true. Two things are also true. But is this very... Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Sarah Jane Smith. Is that very this coded? This reveal? Like, even the way the doctor kind of creeps round the door like Sarah Jane did. And Clara, you've got the close-up on 10 being like, wow. And you've got the close-up on Clara being like, wow, what's this?
No, you're a fucking idiot. Okay.
No.
Not everything is a reference to a thing you enjoy. Okay.
Well, this is Doctor Who in Doctor Who, so maybe it might be.
What do you mean this is Doctor Who in Doctor Who?
It would be a Doctor Who reference to Doctor Who.
To the one specific episode, just because Anthony Head was introducing a new substitute teacher.
Yeah.
Oh, no, not even. He was introducing a journalist who was doing an article on him. That is somehow a reference to the fact that the Doctor is undercover as a caretaker in Clara's school.
All right, when you break it down like this, the holes are there. I see it. Right?
Yes.
I see your vision.
And also the Doctor was going by John Smith in that episode as well.
Well, I'm just saying, that's my goat. That's my goat Russell right there. Right?
What? John Smith? A name that he's gone by since Classic Who?
Russell brought it back, though.
Yeah, because he brought back Doctor Who. That's like saying Russell brought back the fucking TARDIS.
It's semantics. You're getting bogged down in it. All right.
Oh, God, you do my head sometimes. Anyway.
I'm going to send you that memes. I knew I was wrong 10 minutes ago. Now I'm just annoying you.
I'm glad you did. Anyway, the Doctor's here. He's the caretaker. He's undercover. He gives Clara a wink. Anyway, here's an ad break. Buy some shit or don't, whatever. Welcome back from the ads.
We care so little about these ads.
I don't give a fuck, man. I don't care. I don't care what products they're trying to shill.
They pay us money.
Yeah, that's all I care about.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like,
technically, we have a right for them to pay us money.
I don't have to say shit about them.
Yeah. Well, we don't know what they are, so that'd be hard.
Yeah. I can find
We're still
out.
getting any KFC ones?
Probably, yeah. Should we have a look right now?
Yeah, go on.
I'll have a look and see what some of the most recent ones were. We had to take like a 20-minute detour because Lawrence fucked up the passwords to the podcast. Right?
Nothing was in jeopardy. It was just an inconvenience.
No, everything was in jeopardy.
No, it wasn't.
Right? Lawrence fucked up everything, so we had to just get that sorted. So that was 20 minutes ago, by the way. Anyway.
The Doctor's doing a fun... no one is noticing me. I must be blending in. All you dumb humans are going about doing your job. Fun little thing.
Is he doing that?
He's doing that. He's literally... What's this? He was doing that.
Is he?
Yes.
Is he?
Right, what's he doing instead? If he's not doing that, what's he doing?
Well, I think you'll find, Lawrence, the actual quote is, so if anybody needs me, just, give me a shout. I'll be in the storeroom, just getting the lie of the land. Yes, no one's taking any notice at all. Absolutely good news, because it means I must be coming across just as an absolutely boring human, just like you. Deep cover, deep cover.
Are you proud that you had to read the entire quote?
I'm very proud.
I thought you might be.
Anyway, Danny's like, do you know him? And
yeah.
Clara's like, nah.
With that much confidence as well.
Nah. The caretaker, Smith, the Doctor, Yeah. Everyone's too... I don't think people question the Doctor enough,
I agree, yes.
If some cunt came up to me and went, you can call me the Doctor, I'd be like, well, I'm not calling you.
Yes.
All right? What do you mean? What is this code name you've given yourself? All right?
Someone saying that to me, like someone come up to me and being like, hey, I'm this guy, but you can call me the Doctor. That would make me so instantly suspicious of everything that man was doing.
Yeah, 100%.
Why do you have a fucking code name? You're just a normal... you're a caretaker. Like,
what the fuck? I'm not calling you the Doctor. Is this a weird kink of yours? Do you get off on this shit?
Yeah.
What are you, some sort of pervert like my friend Lawrence, who's a pervert?
No, wait, hang on, no.
He's a pervert, everyone.
I'd say you're some sort of pervert like me.
I'm a pervert. I know what a pervert is, all right? And let me tell you, there's only one pervert around here, and it's me.
Takes one to know one, the Doctor, all right?
Yeah. Look at you. You're getting off on it right now, aren't you?
Yeah. Oh. What would your pervert name be?
The Master. That's the obvious choice.
I think the obvious choice is Nathan.
Because I'm already a pervert.
Yeah.
Okay. I see. Good one.
No, it was a good one. You just didn't get it and killed the flow.
Good one.
I hate it when you do that.
Good one.
Yeah, Danny's already clocked. It's like, that guy would like wink to you. He's got some intense eyebrows. Something's amiss there. Something's off.
Clara's like, no, it's just a general wink, just like everyone does a general wink. You've never done a general wink. We're all doing general winks, mate. You got to get amongst it, Anyway, I think I got to go talk to no one.
Yeah. She's like, anyway, I left a vague excuse in that classroom back there. I'm going to go.
Yeah.
And Danny's like, I do like that he cottons on. He's like, what the fuck is there's something going on here. He's not just like oblivious.
I like that Clara goes back into the staff room and the doctor goes, so you recognized me then? And she just goes, you're wearing a different coat. That's good stuff.
It is good. I like one of the first questions out of her mouth is, where is her teeth? The actual caretaker. The doctor's apparently put him in a state of hypnosis, thinking he's got the flu, as well as 3 wives and a flying car or something.
A flying car, yes.
3 wives? Amazing. Oh, just a regular car? Oh, this is lame. And I got the flu.
Outrageous, yeah.
So that's fun. It obviously immediately gets Clara saying, like, are there fucking aliens here? Because why are you here if there's not fucking aliens here? And the doctor's, he's keeping stum. He's not really sharing anything with Clara.
Well, to be fair, he does answer her. She says, are there aliens in this school? And he says, yes, me. Now go away. All right. So he's being honest, He is telling the truth. And then she's like, are people in danger? And he's like, yes, but let me do my job and they won't be, basically, And I kind of like that. I
do too. I think like it gets to a point later on as well where you, Clara does say to Danny much later on in the episode, he's never let me down. I do trust him. And you do get that sense here because it is even the way the doctor says it is comforting. Like just the way he's like, yes, people are in danger, but, give me a couple of hours, then they won't be.
Yeah.
And you do feel like you could just walk away from that scenario and shit would be totally fine. Because case in point, later on we see it would have totally just been fine.
If it wasn't for those meddling kids.
If it wasn't for those meddling kids.
Yeah. I quite like that Clara's like, you can't do this. You cannot go deep undercover, okay? Look at you. You're a big fucking weirdo. You can't do this. And the doctor says that he once lived amongst otters for a month because he got into a fight with River. So he went and just sulked and lived with otters for a month. Which is good fun.
Doesn't he say something to the effect of like, so like humans will be easy. I live with otters. Humans is going to be a walk in the park. Like,
yeah, Clara goes, humans are not otters. And he goes, exactly. It'll be even easier. That's good stuff.
So outside of the school, well, somewhere in town.
Not far from the school. Probably around the corner.
Yeah. There's some truanting.
It's in Shoreditch.
Shoreditch. I almost moved to Shoreditch once.
Well, you didn't.
No, I paid a £300 deposit and I never got it back. Scoundrels.
Well, it is a deposit.
Yeah, well, I understand it was my fault, but scoundrels.
That is your fault entirely.
Why can't you be? You're taking a landlord's side.
All right, look, I'm never going to take a landlord's side. All right, but everyone knows what a deposit is and how they work.
Yeah,
so,
but bad look for you.
You can't
wealth hoarders, Nathan.
I'm not defending landlords, but I'm just saying you can't pay a deposit, not follow through, and then get mad at them. All right, that's entirely on you. All right.
Yeah, I know.
Everyone knows how deposits work.
Yeah, well, they shouldn't have them. They're going to make enough money on profiting off an obscene amount of rent in Shoreditch. They don't need my 300 quid desperately, do they?
I agree. Also, 300 quid for a deposit in Shoreditch?
It was like a situation where like I paid some and then the people I was going to live with paid some others as well.
Oh.
Yeah.
Brutal.
Didn't happen though. And we all lost our money. So if anything, they made way more than 300 quid. They made 600 quid.
Whoa.
Anyway, I've lost where I was again. Oh, before we move on, what do you think of the doctor's fancy little coat?
I like his little coat. His little brown coat. I like it. I like his jumper more, but yeah.
I do like his jumper more. I do like that the coat, it's so undoctory that it feels like an obvious, silly disguise. Which is, I don't know, it just doesn't match his vibe at all, which I think is quite fun.
Yeah, I guess.
You've got a face that's like, yeah, I'll give you a pity, I guess, there.
It's kind of just the same coat, but brown, isn't it? Yeah,
but it feels wrong, because I've only really seen him in black coats.
He doesn't wear black.
He wears black get-ups.
No, it's a deep navy.
All right. Well, to the naked, untrained, and unobsessed eye, it feels black.
It's not black. It's very clearly not black. Maybe to your colorblind ass, all right?
Well, I am partially colorblind, so there's
well,
that.
there you go then. So it's entirely on you, all right? But it's very clearly not black, his usual coat.
Oh, between this and the 300 quid, there's not much that isn't on me this week.
You should know, you should know the last person you want to go to sympathy is me, all right?
Yeah, it's very true. That is true. You keep me humble. You keep me honest.
I do. I got to keep you grounded, all right? You're about to have a kid, all right?
So what, do I need an extra pain in the arse?
Yeah, I'm training you, man.
Yeah, these kids, these truanting kids, they're playing
They're
a
not
little
even
game.
truanting, all right? Fuck this cop, man. I hate this cunt. All right, he just sees some kids, I might add black kids, all right, just hanging around on the street, and this fucking white fucking cop comes up to him like, "Oi, what you fucking doing?" I'm like, "All right, mate, why don't we take it down a fucking notch?" Yeah. All right, they're just kids. First of all, it's like, go back to school. It's like, we're on a free period. It's like, I don't fucking care. Go back to school.
Yeah.
First of all, you're a fucking community support officer, all right? Sit the fuck down.
Get an actual job, you fucking
nerd. Get an actual job. Stop pretending to be a police officer, all right?
Yeah.
Fucking prick, man. Anyway, he's my weirdo this week. Spoiler alert.
No. Well, being racist is pretty weird, so I'll give you that. Yeah, it is strange. It is weirdly hyper-aggressive the way he just bowls in there like, what are you doing? Like, they're just chilling.
I know, man. They're just not even doing anything. They're just like looking at their phones or whatever. And he's like, what are you fucking doing? Yeah. Go back to school. Fucking typical cop, man. Let an inch of power go to his head. And straight away, he's just fucking abusing it. This
is something that is so, it's so often found in, like, I think some primary school teachers and I think a lot of fucking police officers, right? Just the millisecond they have an inch, they take a fucking mile. I had a year 3 teacher that on my birthday ripped up my work in front of the class and said, I need you to do this again this evening. She knew it was my birthday, right? And this is one of the coolest moments. I remember this so clearly from my childhood. My mum walked in and essentially, right, my mum always backed the teacher. My dad was always on my side, but my mum always backed the teacher. Right?
Wow.
I know, yeah. Thanks, mum, if you're listening. But she went in, and my mum has never been so cool. She went in, she went, he'll not be doing that tonight. Tonight is his birthday. And she didn't say a single bad thing. She wasn't ever impolite, but you know when your mum steps a little bit over what you'd normally consider the vibes of your mum.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I was just looking at her like, you're the best. Do I have the best mum ever?
Wow. That's wild, man. That's insane.
Yeah. Ross, if you're out there, I hope you're dead, and you probably are.
I once had a teacher who, basically, there was this. I just remember being in the classroom one day, and this girl went up to the teacher and said, I can't remember the teacher's name, but she was like, "Excuse me, miss, Nathan called me fat." All right.
Yeah.
And I think I might have done. All right. I don't know. I can't
First
say
question,
for sure.
Was she fat?
Well, yeah, but so was I.
So it all balances out. It comes out in the wash, doesn't it?
Yeah, all right. But is it then acceptable for the teacher to say, look who's talking?
Oh, no, that's not. No, that's.
Yes.
How can you disparage someone for saying someone's fat if your comeback is, well, they're fat?
Exactly. And also, I'm a kid.
Yeah.
She's not.
Mate, fucking schools were wild back in our day.
They were, man. You couldn't get away with that today. Not in these woke times.
I was going to say, back in my day, in your day, they still had the cane, I think.
Fuck off, man.
Giving you a rap on the knuckles.
All right, let's move on. All right.
Oh, we're so not into this episode.
I actually am, though. That's the thing. Just keep getting distracted. Anyway, fuck this cop.
Yeah, this guy sucks. And it's a good thing that he dies.
Yeah, he goes into the building. He hears a little noise, and he's like, what are you doing in there? Get off your fucking Game Boy or whatever, because he hears like a robot voice. And he's like, oh, you're on a game, you little fucking cunt. Get back to school. or whatever. Anyway, then a reject Power Rangers villain kills him.
So, look, we'll talk about the design a bit later. I think it's
Do it
fun.
now, I reckon.
I mean, we can do.
Yeah, I mean, this is when it appears.
I mean, yeah, you're not wrong. I like this. I like that he's just kind of like scuttling about like a weird kind of wobbly prop that feels like it wasn't built properly, but they had to use it anyway.
So it's like a robot bird sort of thing.
Something like that.
On like spider legs or some shit.
Yeah, and it has like a bit of a dress skirt around it kind of thing.
Yeah, I think that's the spider legs. Look, it looks like a Power Rangers villain. It looks a bit shit, I reckon. But whatever.
I'm about it, man. I think this is fun. But then again, I love the Power Rangers villains. I love those kind of weird little freaks. I like that they're small and then they always get big.
You love that dog or whatever.
Oh, look. Doggy Kruger, Nathan, the Shadow Ranger of Power Rangers SPD, I might have you know, right?
All right.
Is a qualified hero.
Anyway, so moving on, back at Coal Hill School, what is happening?
Some illiterate kids trying to read.
Yeah, some illiterate kid. Oh, the worst. Do you ever have English class and then some absolute fuckhead will be like, "Miss, can I read?" And you're like, "No, please." For God's
not this
sake.
guy.
And they're like, Lenny then tried to grab
Yeah.
the rabbits.
You can feel them making you dumber.
Yeah.
It's
Killed
tough,
me,
man. Like, I'm not the best reader. We read out tweets and emails and stuff all the time.
Yeah.
Right? And you can
You're
tell
not the best
sometimes.
Yeah.
No, you're not great either.
I'm better than you.
The audience won't know this because I clean it up a lot in the edit.
Yes.
Right? There's a lot of false starts. But
you.
yeah. Look, yes. All right. Look, I'm not claiming to be perfect, but yeah, it was painful sometimes in school when the dumbest cunt in the class would try and bust out a paragraph. That paragraph would feel as long as 4 pages sometimes.
Yeah.
Rough.
Awful. Anyway, good on this lad for having a go. But yeah, they're reading. What are they reading? Pride and Prejudice.
Yes.
And then the doctor's just climbing up the fucking window, basically. And Clara's like, "What's going on? Can I help you, Mr. Smith?" And the doctor's just like, "Wrong. Whatever you're teaching is wrong." And she's like, No. You don't fucking do this, all right?
I do like how quickly, like, even the class are laughing in the background, right? And they haven't seen Doctor Who, but they must realise this is not how Miss Oswald reacts and talks to people on a daily basis. It's fun how quickly she jumps between Clara in the TARDIS with the Doctor mode. Like, just straight up starts bickering with him, and the class must be like, what the fuck's going on? Like,
I do like that he says she's got the date wrong, and Clara's like, "Oh, and I guess you know that because she was your Bessie was she? And you was in a band together, and you all met Buddy Holly or whatever," which is like the kind of usual shit the Doctor would say about someone from history. And he's just like, "No, it's written in the book."
Yeah, I read the book. There's a bio at the end or something. Yeah,
yeah. That's good stuff.
That is good stuff. Fun fact, Buddy Holly died on my birthday in 1959.
Oh, rest in peace to Buddy Holly.
Do you know who Buddy Holly is?
Yeah, he was that old guy.
Yeah, okay. You said it with an air of like, let's move on, please.
I don't exactly know who he is. Like, I couldn't like. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, he's that old guy.
Well, yeah, old in the sense of like he's from like the 50s or whatever.
Yeah,
but like I'm pretty sure he died in a car crash, didn't he?
Plane crash. Thing. Yeah.
Oh, did he die in that plane crash?
Yeah,
the La Bamba plane crash.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes. The La Bamba plane crash.
Richie Valens, Nathan.
Yeah, the La Bamba plane crash. All right.
He died in the La Bamba plane crash. It's known colloquially as the day music died.
The day the music died.
Do you know who else was in
and
the plane?
We were singing Bye, bye, Miss American Pie. Drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. And good old boys were singing whiskey and rye, singing, "This'll be the day that I die. This'll be the day that I die."
What?
You believe? Do you know what one of my favorite scenes of The Office is? When Michael falls in love with that model who like is on a chair, that chair model. And he gets obsessed with her, and then they find out she died like 5 years ago in a plane crash. So they go to her grave, and then he starts solemnly singing Miss American Pie. He starts solemnly singing that song, but then they get too into it and just like dancing and singing the song on her grave because they got too into the song. Oh, that's good stuff, man.
Oh, you may have just. I may need to rewatch The Office. I may need to do it to myself.
I might have to revisit it once I'm done with Modern Family.
Oh God. Anyway, do you know who else was in that plane?
Yeah, La Bamba.
No, yeah, him, but La Bamba. That's his name.
Yeah,
the Big Bopper, Nathan.
Who the fuck is the Big Bopper?
I don't know, but I love the name, the Big Bopper.
You don't know who it is?
No, I didn't. I know he was a musician.
All right, great.
But yeah.
Who died in a car crash? Who am I thinking of?
James Dean.
Yes, that's it. That's the cunt. Yeah. All right.
That car
enough.
is cursed. It's cast. It's cursed.
Cast. That's a cursed car. Or cast, as we call it.
The car. I think it's called the Little Bastard. That car or Little Bastard. No, it is. It's genuinely a thing. It was like rebuilt after the crash, and then like several other.
This has Keith written all over it. Is this what your dad told you?
Yeah, I know. But I weirdly do have an interest in like these weird little mysteries and things that happened.
Right.
But the car over the years had various owners, and they all ended up dead. And then the Little Bastard car was in a museum, and then once upon a time, people came in the next morning, and Little Bastard is nowhere to be seen, and still has not been found to this day.
It's like that car Brum.
God, bro, I love Brum.
He's like Brum. He's off on an adventure. He's going to play football or whatever. You remember that? He just lived in a garage and then he'd go play football or whatever.
And everyone would be like, where the fuck's Brum? And he'd be out playing football.
Where's fucking Brum? He's out playing football, mate, with the lads.
He spoke with his doors or something.
Yeah. I fucking loved Brum.
Mate,
I can't
Brum was
remember
sick.
what any of it was about, but I just loved Brum.
Brum,
you know?
it was just one of them shows that like you're like, oh, that's the car that does stuff, plays football.
Yeah. It was just the same episode every week, wasn't it? It was just the guy in the garage was looking, he was welding some shit. And then Brum just drove off, you know.
But that's kid shows though. Power Rangers, same shit every fucking week. There'd be one of them, they'd spawn some goons, the Power Rangers would fight the goons, and then they'd fight with their own goons.
Stop.
And then they'd fight the main guy, and then the guy would get big, then they'd get in their Megazord, then they'd beat him up again.
It's because it was a repurposed show, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's because it was like repurposed from like Japanese shows.
I think
basically.
Mighty Morphin was, but then they just carried on doing the same shit when they just started making
true.
Power Rangers.
Yeah, and then just followed the same formula. Yeah. There was also, did you ever watch Mona the Vampire? Mona the Vampire.
I have vague memories, but mainly just kind of like what the animation looked like. I don't really remember plots or characters.
Yeah. I mean, I think it was all pretend. Anyway.
Oh, she weren't a vampire?
No, I don't think so. It was all like...
What a freak. What's she doing that for?
She's a kid. They're playing.
Oh, okay.
They're kids. They're playing. It's all like imagination or some shit, yeah. Because it always fades to what they're actually doing at the end of it. And they're just like in a park running around or whatever, you know?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Pointless.
Anyway, good stuff.
What about the... It wasn't the Tweenies with the Hoover, was it? Who had the Hoover?
The Teletubbies had the Hoover.
The Teletubbies.
Yeah.
Nunu.
Nunu? Was it Nunu?
Yeah, Nunu the Hoover. Yeah.
I don't remember Nunu.
He was going to... Yeah, and this baby was a son or something?
The son was a baby.
Yeah.
Not the baby was the sun in the
Fear
sky.
me.
the sun in the sky was a baby. Yeah.
Right.
And they all had a TV in their little bellies or whatever.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Nunu was catching shows. He was playing for Sky Sports.
Come watch the big game. I've got it here, boys.
All right, we've done it. It's full circle. We can move on now.
One of them had a dodgy Fire Stick plugged into it. I can get Cody up here. I got all your movies you'd ever want.
You heard of Plex, boys? You heard of the Plex?
You want to watch a cam rip a baby girl? I got you.
I know the big games are now, but if we wait 4 months, I can watch it in 480p.
That's what you want. That's what you want.
Oh, anyway, yeah. So, the doctor just read the book. That's the whole joke. It's a good joke. It's fun.
It's a good joke. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
The nerd
one of
wants
the kids
homework.
asked. Yeah, one of the kids asked for homework, and she's like, "You fucking nerd, shut up, man."
Yeah, that is the polite teacher equivalent of that kid's getting bullied for the rest of his life. Do you remember when the teacher told you that you were a fucking loser? Like, that's rough. That's a bad moment for you.
No, I just remember her calling me fat.
All right, but were you fat?
Yeah, we've established this, Lawrence. I always was, all right?
So Clara's trying to catch up with the doctor, and it's one of them like sitcom things where suddenly every fucking cunt on the planet wants to speak to her. Like everyone's got something to say to Clara, including Courtney, who tries out that fucking Aussie loves the squaddy riff again, which is still not funny.
All right, I think it's fine. I think it's a fine riff, all right? It's better than your rhymes that you come up with.
I'm not saying it's not, but it was made up and very clearly inserted there by a man in his 50s. No, who would you know? What fucking
All of this was, none of this was written by a school child, all right? And tell me you know that none of Doctor Who was written by an actual child at school.
I do.
Okay, good.
Love and Monsters.
None of that was written by a child at school. The monster was designed by a child at school. All right.
They wrote the word Absorbaloff and it ended up in the episode.
Great. All right. But the episode wasn't written by that kid. All right.
Adult now.
Exactly.
I'm just saying, no one has ever called soldiers squaddies if they're not 50 yees old.
Yes, they have. Yes, they fucking have.
Not in school settings.
Yes, they have. I know, all right? I have grown up around the fucking military. Yes, they have. Okay?
All right, but that proves my point. In the military, sure. People not connected to the military, i.e. Courtney, are not going to be like, just a squaddy. Like, they don't know what
Courtney's
that means.
Connections? You don't know her connections.
I don't know her connections, but the episode didn't put them in, so I have to imagine they're not there.
Squaddy is a very common term for a soldier.
For 50-year-old men.
No, for a lot of people. You do this, you have weird blank spots. All right?
So you didn't know the Big Bopper.
You don't know the Big Bopper.
I know he's there. R.I.P. Nathan. Unless he was bad.
The day the music died.
The day the music died. Buddy Holly sung that song that he went, every day it's getting
closer, rolling faster than a roller coaster. But not you, you're not there.
And
you don't
Peggy
like roller
Sue.
coasters. Yeah. Peggy Sue.
Was that it?
Put your loving down on baby. Peggy Sue. What I've done there is quite comical, is I've taken the song Begging You and replaced the lyrics with Peggy Sue. Right.
Were you doing the original song, or were you doing the Madcon remix made popular by Step Up 3, Not the Streets?
Step Up 3D.
Step Up 3D, it was that
Step
era,
Up 3D, yeah, probably.
Where Moose drives his BMX into a bike show.
I don't know Moose is, all right?
Moose is the main guy.
I don't know Channing Tatum. Was he in those movies?
Yeah, he was in Step Up 1 and maybe Step Up 2, The Streets.
Which one was Honey?
I've no idea. Was Honey Channing Tatum's wife?
No. Honey was their own movie called Honey.
Oh, a spin-off?
Yeah. No.
Honey 2,
not
The
related.
Streets.
Not related to the Step Up franchise.
I see.
But it was a dance movie.
Oh, I can't say I watched that one.
What was Jump the Yard? Was it Jump the Yard?
I do not know. You're fucking with Cadet Kelly?
That's Lizzie McGuire.
Yeah, but bit of military, bit of dance.
She's How I Met Your Father.
Oh, is she the father?
No, she's the eye.
Oh. Does she sit two kids down and go, this is how I, Cadet Kelly, met your father or something?
Well, she doesn't. Some older woman does because she's in the future.
Oh, yeah. They were quick not to make that mistake again.
Wait, no, what? No.
Well, didn't they film the original and they had to wait 100 fucking years to use it or something? In How I Met Your Mother?
Yeah, but that's the same thing, though.
Oh. Wasn't there a big thing about how they had to, like, change some of it and they couldn't?
What are you saying?
I don't even know what I'm saying.
All right, okay. Well, I can't answer your question if you don't.
That's fair. That's so fair. Anyway, unrelated. I'm going to have a paracetamol.
All right, great.
We're back from a paracetamol.
Well done, everyone.
Well done.
Yes, so Tobias is like, hey, I got football, so can I miss class on Thursday? And she's like, yeah, no worries. And then the headmaster is like, look, we got a fete or whatever. You need to do the tombola, cunt, all right?
Yeah,
and she's like, yeah, fuck it, I love tombola. I'll do that, no worries. Basically, she's trying to get to the doctor because he's chatting to two teachers, one of them being Danny, another one we'll talk about in a second, all right?
So, yeah.
And she's worried. She's like, oh no, what's he saying? He's been weird and an alien or whatever. I gotta put a stop to this. Anyway, so she goes over, and then these two are like, the other teacher is called Adrian. He's like, well, Danny's your man. Here he did bloody 5 years military experience, sergeant in Afghan. So if you need the boiler repaired for some reason, this soldier is your man. Which is something I'm just putting together as I'm reading that. That's weird. But all right, good stuff, Adrian.
Sure, Adrian.
Yeah, those are the same thing. If you can serve in the army, you can fix a boiler, I guess, or whatever that advert said.
Yeah, Adrian's been watching too many of those recruitment ads where it's like, if you can fix a toaster, you can fly this fucking F-18 jet or whatever.
If you can fix a toaster, you can fix an F-18 military jet. I think those are a little bit different, but all right.
With some rather serious repercussions, one being burnt toast, the other being dead people. Sure.
That's an exaggeration, but the advert literally goes from, if you can fix a bike, you can fix a car. And I'm like, I don't know if you can.
Yeah.
Those require two very different level of skill sets.
I can put my stabilizer on a track. I can't even start a car.
I can tighten a screw on a bike. I wouldn't know where to fucking begin with a car, mate.
If you can take your stabilizers off, you can fly an F-18 jet.
Jesus Christ. Anyway, good advert.
Bad advert.
Yes.
Propaganda,
right,
you might say.
Yeah, probably. So the doctor's quite dismissive of Danny straight away. He's like, oh, I won't need you, Sergeant. Bloody better get back to your PE class or whatever. And Danny is like, oh, I teach maths. And the doctor says, what, in emergencies? Which was quite funny. And then what happens?
Well, I think it's really funny, the scene, because he just can't drop it, and he can't get it.
Yes, he can't, yes.
So he keeps he's like, well, what do you do if the kids have a question? And Danny's like, about what? And he's about maths. And he's like,
yes.
Well, I tell them. And he's like, how would you know?
yes.
You just can't compute it. And I tell you what, I do. What's the actor that plays Danny?
Samuel French.
Yes, fingers.
Yes.
I do like the way Samuel French just kind of delivers it. Like, he's like trying to be as gracious as he can, because maybe this guy's just an idiot.
Yeah.
But he's like, what? But I teach maths. Like, the delivery is so like, I don't know what to do.
The doctor's like, but you said you were a soldier. And he's like, yeah, I was a soldier, but no, I'm a maths teacher. Then he goes, but what about PE? He's like, I don't fucking teach PE.
Who teaches PE?
Yeah. Then Clara comes along and she's like, Mr. Pink, I think class 9M4 are waiting. First of all, what a confusing system that is.
Yeah.
9M4? Is that to imply there's a 9M1 to 3? And then presumably there's a 9A1 to 3 and a 9B1 to 3? And that's a lot of classes for year 9.
And where does the number stop? Does it go up to like M9?
Yeah, I don't like it.
Yeah, this is wild. There's too many classes for year 9.
Yeah. Our school was quite simple. We had basically, I can't even remember.
I'm realizing now that M is probably maths.
Oh, probably.
Year 9 maths 4. Set
but
4.
even that's...
Danny's teaching the fucking dumb cunts.
Well, he's a maths teacher, you know? If you're the maths teacher, you don't be like, I'll only teach the smart ones. You teach the whole lot, don't you?
Yeah, I know, but I don't know. I guess, yeah.
Yeah, you're thinking at it from the student's perspective, where you're taking the dumb say, you know?
No, Danny, they got in a dumb maths teacher to teach them.
I bet you was in bottom set maths, I bet, wasn't you?
I weren't bottom set, but I weren't far off. I weren't far off it, no.
No, I was Middleset, me, and we did that that exam. Yeah, that exam where the highest grade you could get was a C.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, nice.
Oh,
yeah.
Did you do that too?
Yeah. And I didn't get it.
I did.
I got it eventually. I had to take it twice.
Good stuff. I liked my maths teacher. He was a good guy. I can't remember his name, but he was a nice guy.
My maths teacher was a prick.
One of my teachers was a pedophile.
Yeah, I had two.
Oh, there we go.
One of the true story. I don't know whether I should even say this. The true story. The paedophile teacher in my school was the head of year 7.
Oh no,
that's already ironic enough. But also, true fact, he refused me a high five.
Is it ironic? I don't know if it's ironic. It's more
horrendous,
probably predetermined and planned.
I mean, probably.
Sinister is probably how I describe it. I don't know if ironic is. I don't know if that's what Alanis Morissette was singing about, but
it's like a no.
It's head of year 7. It's a pedophile
in a position of care.
It would fit. It'd be a good song.
It would be a good song. She should remake it.
She should. The non's cut.
Yeah, but he was a pedo. He was the head of year 7, and he didn't give me a high five when I asked him for one time.
Probably for the best.
I mean, yeah, looking back on it, I'm happy, but there's also a part of it that, like, beggars can't be choosers, man. Like, am I too ugly for a paedophile?
Do you ever, like, look back and you think, like, oh, those teachers who seemed really cool, like, in hindsight now, it's like, as an adult, you're like, oh, that's fucking weird.
Yeah,
now, actually.
Losers.
I remember once there was a teacher, he was called Mr. B, okay? He had, like, an actual name, but he shortened it to Mr. B. He always wanted to be known as Mr. B.
Oh, that's how you know he's cool straight away.
Yeah. First of all. But I remember meeting up with some friends one night. It was like there was quite a lot of us, like probably like fucking 20 or 30 of us who met up to go to the cinema. Okay, this was after school, by the way.
Oh, right.
No. And Mr. B was there to go watch, and I believe the movie was The House Bunny. Okay, Anna Ferraris movie where she plays a fucking like sorority girl or whatever.
Oh right.
We all went to watch that, and at the time it was like, oh yeah, Mr. B's here. It's cool. That's fun. He's like a fun teacher. And now I'm looking back at him, I'm thinking that's fucking weird, man.
One
Why
ticket
was
to
he
this
there?
weird movie for a middle-aged man to watch.
I mean, more so the fact that he's with a bunch of school children as they go see a movie outside of school hours. I'm like, why is he there?
Wait, did you invite him?
No, I didn't personally.
But he was with you guys.
I don't know what the situation was. I imagine someone would have invited him. I don't fucking know. But he was there.
Oh no, that's big weird nonce behaviour.
Not as in, I'm not saying like he happened to be there as we showed up. He was with the group.
Oh no.
Yes.
That went from real creepy.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, that's fucking weird.
Yeah,
why was he there?
Have mates.
Yeah.
Or just go by yourself. Just don't go with kids.
Yeah. Pretty weird.
That's so strange. What would you have to talk about, man? You're like in your 40s. What have you got to fucking talk to like 16-year-olds about?
I don't know. Anyway, good on him.
Yeah, good on him. Or not, depending on what prison he's in. We should get through some Doctor Who.
We should, yeah. Keep getting distracted by school memories.
Oh, but this episode is like this gun is going to come up, isn't it? We've got stories.
Yeah. It's good stuff.
Reminiscing. So yeah, the back and forth goes on for a while until Clara does kind of break it up. I think this next scene's quite funny. With the whole like, you don't remember that guy? You don't remember him? Orson Pink? He doesn't ring a bell? And he's like, oh, I suppose the name rings a bell, but yeah, they're nothing alike, so cool.
Yeah. Once again, just incredible perception from the Doctor, which is good stuff. And then as a way to, Clara kind of like notices he's putting something in the little technical box or whatever. The little, I don't know what that thing is. An electrician's box. I don't know. Some box. It's a box.
Yeah.
It's a box of wires. All right.
Yeah.
He's putting a little thing in there, and Clara's like, "What's that?" And just to kind of distract her, he's like, "So is your boyfriend here then? Is he, the one you've been going on serious dates with?" And to be fair, Clara immediately takes the bait and is like, "Oh yeah, might be if if you behave yourself and act like a normal human being. I guess you can meet him and stuff." and then a very funny little mix-up happens. I like this quite a lot.
It's so unnecessary, but like stupid and fun at the same time.
So the other teacher who was talking with Danny before comes up to Clara and like he says, "Oh, you be free because we can practice some Shakespeare or whatever." And the doctor sees this and sees the hair on him and sees that he's wearing a bow tie.
Yeah.
And he's reminiscent of basically the 11th Doctor, basically. He's reminiscent of Matt Smith. And he's like, "Oh, Clara. Oh,
yeah.
I can see what's going on here. I can see why you're dating this teacher here." It's a fun little mix-up, I think.
I think so too. It's a fun moment. It's just fun that the Doctor's like it's almost sweet, like he's humoring her, like she's got her little crush on little old me.
Yeah,
it's almost like a nice endearing approval as well. Like, well, I suppose a man would taste like that, you know? Who could refuse? So,
and they kind of like the Clara and Adrian, like they kind of walk off discussing their like play or Shakespeare or whatever the fuck they're doing, and the Doctor's just following them, like looking quite misty-eyed and looking like, "Oh, look at them, so cute." And they both like look back at him like, "What the fuck are you doing? Are you okay?
Yeah,
are you all right, mate?" And he's like, "Oh, I'm a caretaker, don't mind me." You know? And then like, "All right, well, I gotta go."
Yeah.
So,
as they walk off, he's just in the background in a blur, still looking in their direction. It's really fun.
just smiling at them. That's good stuff. Good stuff. Yeah.
I do like you've got that moment of kind of complete like an ego rise from the Doctor, and then it quite literally cuts to him wiping graffiti off of the wall, or like a window smudge or something.
Ozzy loves a squatty.
That says, that's how oblivious he is. That he's just like, I didn't connect those dots. Like he's just seen. Oh, it's funny, basically.
Yeah. I also like after this. There's a scene as well where like two boys are like messing on the big giant chess yard or whatever they have in the school, like the big chess pieces, and she's like, "Hey, stop doing that! You can help me clear all this up." And then the Doctor sees that and he starts whistling Pink Floyd's "Another Brick in the Wall," which is quite fun. "Hey, teacher, leave those kids alone." That's good stuff.
I tell you, there is a fun moment in this as well that I like. Not even necessarily a fun moment. I just think it's shot really well. The Doctor finishes his whistle and then kind of like skulks off, and then like in the background, it's almost like that. I don't know. It feels like Knives Outy or Glass Oniony, the way that Danny kind of appears from behind, like he's been watching the whole time. Like, I'm following what this little freak caretaker's doing, and then he follows him along.
That wasn't what. Why has Danny been a little freak?
Not a little freak, but like I just like that he's stalking him a little bit, seeing what's going on.
No, that's what I'm saying. He is being a little freak. Like, why is he doing this? Like, is a peculiar caretaker cause for you to stalk him and be like, what's going on here?
No, it's not. But at the same time, he does think there's something happening because he thinks that Clara knows him and is not letting on. He already knows that Clara's not telling him everything that's happening because of how like distracted and distant she's been and how she's like always running late and in a hurry and stuff like that. So I don't know. I don't think he thinks anything nefarious is going on, but I think he thinks that this bloke knows something about Clara that he's not letting on.
Well, maybe you should stop being a prick. Anyway,
is this the episode that makes you not like Danny?
It's the start of it.
Okay, God, we've got to talk about this. All right.
Anywho, where do we go next? Is this where the Doctor is in his little cupboard or whatever?
Yeah, and Courtney's like, "I want fucking towels."
All right, she's not. She's like, "I want."
She goes, "Oi, you fucking old prick! Give me the fucking towel."
I don't know if she says any of this. Okay, she just says she'd like some towels. All right.
Yeah. And the Doctor goes, "Fuck off!
Shut up!" The Doctor's in his TARDIS, and Courtney's outside, like, "Oh, what are you doing in there? I need some paper towels. There's a spillage." What's going on? Oh yeah, the Doctor's got a sign that says the Doctor's sign. He thinks it says "keep out," and then Courtney's like, "No, it doesn't. It says go away, humans." He goes, "Oh, so it does. Never lose your temper in the middle of a door sign." He says.
I like this back and forth between them. There's a fun little kind of what's that box? Oh, it's my caretaker box. It says police. Yeah, well, shut up. Basically.
No, he says there's a policeman in there in case of emergencies and children.
Oh yeah, and apparently like she's like, what's that green glow? And it's like, oh, the policeman's holding a ray gun or something.
A death ray.
A death ray.
Yeah.
So just believability out the window at that point.
He also, the school bell rings and he also says, oh, there's the bell, off you go. Haven't you got shoplifting to do? He says to her, I like the way 12 is with Courtney. It's like, it's a bit of fun. He's like, he just doesn't care. It's not that he doesn't care, but he's just kind of like, I don't know. He kind of meets her on her level, I guess, really, which is quite fun, I think. It's probably not what Courtney's used to, which is probably quite refreshing, really.
I like it a lot because he's like, she obviously warms to him. From what little I've seen of her, I know she does appear a couple of times. But from what little I've seen of her, like, it's clear that she warms to him as he's the only adult that isn't constantly telling her what to do and like telling her off for being a troublemaker or whatever. And the doctor's just like, he's this doctor has obviously got more time for kids than adults. Yeah, because like at least with kids, he doesn't see them as like they've made their own choices and they're stupid because they're stupid. Like they're just innocent children. And yeah, I don't know. I think it's quite fun. Like I think meeting her on her level is exactly the right way of putting it because he's not fully his miserable, grumpy self.
No,
and it's nice. Yeah,
he is a little grumpy, but he's always a little grumpy.
Yeah.
Anyway, Clara comes in. Courtney gives her love to the squaddy again. Every time she says that, Clara like seemingly does not hear what's going on though. Like every time they say Ozzy loves the squaddy, she's like, "Sorry, what'd you say? Like, are you deaf, woman?"
No, they do say it in that way. It's like fucking
Ozzy loves the squaddy.
Anyone who says what's gay, what?
What?
Gay? Yeah,
that was me. I'd be like, "What?
Yeah, I'm gay.
I'm gay." So that trend recently, that trend recently, it was like on TikTok, it was like English or Spanish. Like they say English or Spanish, and then I don't know, you have to freeze. Otherwise, if you don't freeze, you're gay. So I just play, I can move, I'm fine.
Every now and again, I'm grateful I just never downloaded TikTok. I don't know what that means. Wait, you have to be English or Spanish or you're gay.
First of all, no, you have to freeze, otherwise you're gay, all right? Second of all, that's a lie. You have downloaded TikTok because you use it for work.
All right, but I don't peruse.
No, but you do have TikTok, all right? So don't lie, all right? I never on your phone, do you have the TikTok app?
Yes.
Then you're a liar. Okay.
Right, fine. But I'm not perusing. I'm not hearing these challenges. I'm not doing the renegade like you are.
No one's doing the renegade, all right? No one has done the renegade since 2019, okay?
I feel like that's probably also way too late for the renegade.
I don't know when it was, all right?
Not 2025, that's for sure.
Yes.
I tell you what I like about this scene. I like that Clara's quick to deduce what's happening in the sense that she doesn't know exactly what, but because the doctor wouldn't tell her, it means that she wouldn't approve, and that's why she's being left out in the dark of this one. Like,
yeah, maybe. I don't know why I said that. Come on.
so aggressive.
Yeah, I know. Sorry, come on.
But no, I do like that. She's just deduced. Like, there's only one reason you wouldn't tell me, and it's because people aren't safe, and you knew I'd have a problem with it, which is why you've just bypass that part of our usual like dynamic and just figured you'd leave me out of this one. And then the doctor explains that Scovox Blitzer is nearby, or Ace. I don't know if this is a name or a race or what.
Yeah, some a Blitzer, Scovox, but I don't fucking know.
Well, he's here and he's gonna blow up or something, and he's worried that if humans get a whiff of it, they're gonna send in soldiers that will make it definitely blow up or something.
Yeah, which I think is reasonable from him. Okay, I think his understanding and his plan and stuff is reasonable. I think probably communication could be better amongst everyone involved in this episode. Yes, really. But from his point of view, I can see where he's coming from. Really,
I do think that is a thing with this episode where like, they kind of have to write it in a particular way that gives the Doctor and Danny kind of equal footing for an argument's sake.
Yeah.
Because, like, I think one of them has more correct points, but then I feel like the other one that maybe is more correct and has correct points doesn't know he's on Doctor Who, whereas the Doctor does. Like, it's a weird little dynamic that they have to kind of do.
Interesting. So when you say one of them has more correct points, you're saying Danny?
I think, look, if I know one thing, I've said this so many times.
Hold on. So right now you're saying you love Danny and everything he's ever done and never said and everything he ever will do and never say.
Well, I cannot possibly say that because I don't know that.
But that's what you're saying.
No,
right
it's
now.
not what I'm saying now. Let me say my actual truth on Danny, right? Because I know that Danny is a contentious issue for you and other people, right?
Yeah.
From this episode and the episodes I've seen, from everything I've seen of Danny so far, right? Seemingly a chill guy. I think makes some fairly valid points. Not always the best at expressing certain points.
Nothing that raises an eyebrow?
I have one eyebrow raised. We haven't got to it yet.
Okay.
But even then, I don't think it's an enormous eyebrow raise considering the stakes of what we're talking about.
No, but it gets bigger. Okay.
Well, yeah, right, but that's I can amend my statement.
This is the start of it. This is how it starts.
This is how
anyway,
it starts.
The Doctor tells Clara to shut the fuck up. All right, this isn't Batman. Shut up. All right. The Doctor tells Clara to go basically take the afternoon off or whatever. Go canoodle with your boyfriend. All right, everything will be fine. Go canoodle with little young Matt Smith. All right. And she's like, oh, you did recognize him. And he's like, of course, he reminds me of a certain dashing young time traveler.
Yeah.
You know, bit of fun, good stuff there.
It is a bit of fun. I like how it gets all cringe comedy-esque, the way she's like, I underestimated you. I should have just trusted you to get on with your stuff. Thank you for seeing my boyfriend as like a positive thing in my life. And the Doctor's like, of course, not a problem.
You've massively exaggerated that. Literally, all she says is, "I underestimated."
Oh no, but it's this. There is this. It does feel like more of a heartfelt conversation.
She says, "Sorry, stupid. I underestimated you." Yeah, that's literally it.
All right. Well, I'm giving some subtext. All right.
Okay. Seems like you're adding a lot to it. Really.
You forgot that he's got a pervert watch. The Doctor's got a perv watch.
Oh yeah, he's got his invisibility watch.
Yeah, for creeping and peeping and such.
He's not creeping and peeping. He's using it for good.
Yeah, but if someone ever got it, say a pervert.
Like Danny.
I didn't say Danny. Danny does get it, but he's not a pervert with it that we know about.
Like you, then.
No.
Yeah. You'd use this for your perving.
No, Mr. B, I think, would use it for his perving.
Probably would, yeah.
In the back of the cinema.
Yeah. Just sat there quietly, perving. Like the pervert he is.
The lights go down in the cinema, but it's not dark enough for him. He has to. He submerges himself under a cloak of invisibility and gets perving.
I'm uncomfortable.
So yes, what's happening?
So
next?
Clara leaves the little shed or whatever, and then Danny comes up to her and is like, "Hey, we still on tonight? Because you look like you're about to cancel." And this whole scene reads like Danny really wants to cancel their date. But he's just never...
your cancelling face on. Like, that face?
This reads like a phone call that me and you have before we record a podcast. But neither of us can be asked to record a podcast. So we're like, hey, how you feel? Are you all right? You feeling good? Are you tired? Or...
There's, by the way,
because it's fine if you are. Yeah. If you're tired, that's fine. You know, we can change, we can reschedule.
So fun stipulate. Right, here's some behind the scenes things. Right, because God knows we haven't gone on enough fucking tangents this episode. Right,
yeah,
Nathan and I, we used to do this thing where we typically record about a day or so before the podcast comes out. Right,
but no, it used to be quite a few days. It used to be the agreed upon schedule, and it still actually has this on the actual written down schedule.
Yeah,
the recording days are still written down, where another Happy Pod, which releases on Fridays, would be recorded Sunday evening.
Yep.
And Still Got Legs, which releases on Mondays, would be recorded on Wednesday evening.
Yeah.
Okay. And that was the stick to bone agreed upon schedule. for like the past 6 months.
That has just never been the case. Yeah.
It was the case. It's not been for a while. Okay?
I would say if that's ever been the case, it has never been more than a consecutive of like 4 to 5 weeks.
No, it was a good run of we had that for a while. That was locked in the system for a while. Yes.
But now what's locked in is just the night before both the shows.
Yes, which also means you end up editing the episode.
Yeah, well that comes from the fact that I've got job freedom. Like I can start later because the podcast isn't done yet. Like that's convenience. But yeah, no, the reason why we sheepishly ring each other is because if we were gonna push it to the next night, it would essentially mean that like the podcast needed to be edited quickly. So like if you would ring me and be like, or I would ring you and say, hey, you feeling okay? You want to edit? Do you want to maybe push the pod a little bit? But like I wouldn't want to say it because if I said it first, it would be my responsibility to edit the podcast. Yes.
If I were to suggest that we recorded the episode on a Sunday, it would then be my responsibility to edit that episode because I have suggested that we record on a Sunday.
Yes.
If you were to suggest that, then it's entirely on you, brother.
Yeah.
So
which is why we would call each other and be like,
yes.
How you feeling?
That's the little dance that we do.
Yeah.
Every time. All right. Anyway.
Look, here's how much.
I'm sure everyone was dying to know that, I'm sure that's very much enriched their lives. Now they know that little bit of lore, I guess.
All right. So yeah, Danny.
So that's
definitely
what
wants
Clara
to
and
cancel
Danny
his
doing.
plans.
Yeah, they're doing this dance, but it does kind of read like he wants to cancel because, like, he's saying, "Are you still on for tonight? Because you looks like you're about to cancel," and that's fine. I might have a thing, but then they never say what the thing is. This is like never brought up again, so I'm a little confused by it.
Well, this is Danny's thing is that he wants to sneak into the school.
Oh, is that their thing?
Yeah, that's because he's seeing that some shifty business is going on. So he's like, hey, if you want to cancel, like, it would be very strange if you did cancel because I'm going to go investigating.
Is that a thing? Because doesn't he kind of just stumble upon it by accident?
Well, yeah, but why is he in the school at night time?
Is he? I can't remember.
He walks in and immediately starts looking at the electrics and then says later on, oh, I came here because he was fucking around with the electrics and I wanted to know what was going on.
Oh.
Because for some reason he's fucking PC plod of the school. But I guess that's just the role he's undertaken as maths teacher. It's his jurisdiction, I guess.
So I'm saying it's weird, man.
I'm not saying he's not weird, but I'm saying I understand some stuff that he says. And
sounds like you love Danny. Why don't you fucking marry him? All right.
I don't love Danny. I just don't like fucking hate him as much as you do.
You love fingers and everything he's ever said.
Oh no.
Right.
So it's nighttime at the school. The doctor is sonicking about the corridors, doing some fun stuff. Danny finds a weird vortex thing. He's also here. It's nighttime and he's like, I'm having a little look around.
He's found a weird vortex thing?
He finds the thing that makes a vortex. He finds it, the doctor's like clamped it somewhere.
A little device.
Yeah, a little device that makes some sort of vortex later on.
Yeah, a little sensor thing.
Yeah. And Clara can't see the doctor because he's invisible or something.
Clara's also there.
Yeah, Clara's here. They're all here.
They're all here. They're all doing separate shenanigans, but soon their shenanigans will come together. Anyway, basically what happens is the doctor traps that fucking Power Rangers robot in like the school hall.
He goes, got you, let's dance.
Yes. And then that is that when wait. That is wait.
My notes are bad, but I could just read them if you want.
Go on then.
All right. So yeah, Doctor goes, got you, let's dance, and then Danny finds the room with the TARDIS in it. Right, and he moses
yeah, but the TARDIS isn't there.
Yeah, the TARDIS isn't there. It's gone. Maybe my notes are really bad.
Okay.
Look, I'll be honest. Look, these are some notes that I'm saving for the Patreon as one of the Patreon. The tier on Patreon includes the fact that you get our notes from the episode, and I've left a little disclaimer for the Patreon users that read this note, which is basically, I'm ill, I'm really sorry, these are not these. There are so many moments in these notes where I go, the doctor says some shit, and then something happens.
Great. Good stuff. All right, no, what happens is the doctor's got the little bird thing, is in the fucking, he's like chasing it through the corridors, and then Danny sees that, and he's like, what the fuck's that? What's going on here? So he follows them.
Yes.
All right. Oh, well, he follows, he doesn't see the doctor because the doctor's invisible. All right. The doctor's a ghost. Okay. It's all, shut up. It's coming together. All right. The doctor's a ghost and the robot is chasing the ghost.
Yes.
Okay. Because you can see the footprints or whatever.
Yes.
Because he went to the thing where the cop died earlier.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Now we got it. We're cooking with gas.
Now
right?
we're here. Yeah.
We're picking up the trail.
You've saved us.
Saved us. We're picking up the trail. All right. The doctor went to the thing. He's leading the bird robot to the school. Okay. And then Danny sees the bird robot. He's like, what the fuck is this? I need to have a look at this here. So then he follows them through into the school hall. Okay. And then he's like, I want a word with you, cunt. And then the doctor, he's like, oh no, get back. And then the big robot thing, he tries to shoot Danny.
Yes.
He's like, bum, 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 bum. And
what do you think of his
Danny's
little
like,
handgun laser situation?
Yeah, it's all right. It's fine.
I like how instant it is, right? Because Danny, you're right. Danny walks in and goes, I want a word with you. And he goes, what if I fucking murder you?
yeah. And to be fair, Danny, like, he jumps out of the way. He slided across the room as the fucking thing's shooting at him.
Yeah.
And then, like, the big silent. Oh, also, going back, Danny also removed one of the sensor things.
Yes.
Which is part of the doctor's plan to trap the bird monster. Okay. And now that that's been removed, the vortex sensor thing doesn't work properly.
Yeah, it's fucked up or something.
Yeah, it's fucked up. So a big vortex opens, but it's not strong enough to pull in the bird robot or whatever. And then he like disappears. He like teleports or whatever, basically. And then
he gets out of there. He does like an emergency temporal shift situation.
Yeah, he does an emergency temporal shift. And then that's when Clara comes in and she's like, oh, Danny, are you all right? Are you safe or whatever?
Oh, Danny boy.
Danny boy. Anyway, this segment is me barely remembering a scene in Doctor Who.
It's way better than my notes.
It's good stuff. All right, so this is where shit hits the fan. The Doctor's very pissed. Danny's fucked up his plan.
Yes.
So he's like, oh, fucking hell, PE. Well done. Brilliant work.
He fucking lays into him immediately.
He does, yeah. Yeah, he's like, never mind, there's some people are actually trying to save the planet. Oh, no, there's only room in my head for cross-country and the offside rule, he says.
I do like there's a bit I think this is really funny. Like Peter Capaldi's just one of them people that, like we say, naturally as the Doctor, he just exudes this fun, like he's got a way of delivering lines that just he gets the maximum amount of comedy out of these little lines, right?
Yes.
And he goes the Clara's like, that's my boyfriend, and he's like, I thought we did all of this, like I thought you got it, I thought you knew what we were talking about, and the Doctor goes, you've made a boyfriend error.
Yeah.
It's such a stupid, simple line. He says, oh, PE teacher, why not get a dog or a plant or something?
That's jumping ahead a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Because before all of that, Clara then realizes she's just been talking to the Doctor in her usual self, like just in front of Danny.
Yes.
And Danny's like, what the fuck is going on? What are you saying? Oh my God, are you from space?
Yes.
He says to Clara, and Clara immediately freaks out and goes, oh fuck, what can I do here? It's a play. Yeah. We're rehearsing a play. Shut up. Yes, it is. It's a surprise play, she says. And just immediately starts panicking, spouting off a whole bunch of bullshit about how the vortex thing is a lighted effect and the robot was a kid in fancy dress, she says, and how this is all a play. And Danny just says, how stupid do you think I am?
Yeah.
Okay, which I think is a very fair response to that. Because no one was believing that. But good on her for trying.
Look, it's clutching at straws, but I do appreciate the effort from her.
Yes.
Like, just give it up at that point. Like, come on. Wouldn't it make your life easier to just say at this point? Like,
yeah,
it'd be harder to maintain this lie than it would be to maintain the other lie that you're a time traveler.
Then Danny goes, I'm not a moron, Clara, and he's not the caretaker. He's your dad.
Yeah.
He's your space dad. And then the doctor says, how can you think I'm her dad when we both look exactly the same age?
Clara's like, no, we don't. He's like, and I was being generous. Look, I love these little jokes. They're not getting old for me, right?
Yeah.
They feel like something that would get old and tired after a while, but they are just really funny.
There we go. Yeah, then there's all the boyfriend error stuff and all that kind of shit you said there. And then Clara lets out that she loves Danny, which feels a bit soon if you ask me, but whatever.
Well, is it soon? Because apparently they've been dating for like a long while. I think this jumps forward a little bit.
Lawrence, this could be 4 years and it would be too soon, all right?
Okay, all right, fair enough.
Okay.
It's good to just get your bias out on show.
It feels a little rushed if you ask me. Let's all slow down a bit here, okay?
They was at the wedding like, are you sure you thought this through?
Anyway, when she says that, the doctor just goes, why would you say that? Is this part of the surprise? Which, I don't know, I think the doctor seems a little bit genuinely hurt by that, really.
Yeah, I think there's definitely a moment, and like, I mean, you get it with the ending of the scene, but like, he's definitely just a little bit saddened by how quickly Clara tries to excuse him. And like, rather than be like, this is this guy, he means this much to me in XYZ. There
is then a moment where Clara realizes she's basically fucked it. Like, it's out, she can't run from it anymore. She just has to tell Danny the truth.
Yes.
Okay, so she like kind of reluctantly just says the doctor he's an alien. And then, like, has to explain it to him. And then they do the reveal. They pull back the curtains to reveal the TARDIS on the little stage and stuff. And then they give him the speech. Like, it's the TARDIS. It's disguised as an old police box. It's bigger on the inside. And for a little while, it kind of seems like Danny's going to be joining the team, almost.
Yes,
really.
I like how much they lean into that whole nature of, like, you know, the doctor's even encouraging it. Clara's looking at him like, what do I say next? And he's like, the bigger on the inside thing. And he's like, oh, yeah. Like, I like it, but obviously it comes to an abrupt halt when he just, as Danny Pink does, can't go 5 seconds without mentioning the army to some capacity, which the doctor really, really immediately doesn't appreciate and gets the hump straight away. But
what does he say?
He says something like, oh, this is happening in the school. Well, we need to evacuate the school. We need to, like...
Oh, yeah, we need to call the army. He
says,
or some shit like that. Yeah.
And the doctor's like, fucking of course, and just shuts the TARDIS on him, essentially.
Yeah.
What do you make of the ending of this scene with the whole, like, oh, well, tomorrow you can finish the job?
Yeah. The doctor then says, yeah, come back tomorrow, you can finish the job. And then Clara's like, what do you mean? And then he says, you've explained me to him, you haven't explained him to me. He says in quite a cutting way.
It feels like cold. Like, it feels very like abrupt and stern from him.
Yeah, it is very abrupt.
Yeah, which is, you know, I'm not used to seeing him lay down law like this.
I quite like it.
I did. In what way?
In many ways. No, I do though. I do like him being a little like. I think he was like genuinely hurt by that moment where Clara like said that she loves Danny, and she hasn't been honest with Danny, but she also hasn't been honest with the doctor. This is clearly a big part of her life, and she hasn't really let the doctor in on that.
Yeah.
And I think he feels a little bit hurt by that, really.
Yeah, a little bit feels... like how little... I mean, you get to it kind of with the next scene with Danny as well, but like the secrets that you keep do say something about how you feel about a certain person that you keep the secrets from. Yeah. An interesting scene.
So they're in Danny's flat.
Yes.
And they're like just talking things over. Danny's kind of like getting to understand it all now. He's like, so there was an alien who used to look like Adrian, and now he looks like the Scottish caretaker, and every now and then you elope with him.
This is the amount of clarity you get on the actual official Doctor Who podcast, by the way. Like, those guys being like, hang on, let me pull up the wiki real quick.
I don't know if we have much legs to stand on there when we just stumbled through that scene like that. You know?
All right, but we know more than them, don't we?
We do. Yeah, that is true.
What do you think of this whole scene? I quite like it. What Danny's saying about the the secrets and how that reveals parts of people and how you don't really know them until you know the secrets they keep.
I don't like it.
You don't like this?
No, I don't like Danny.
Okay. What do you think of the scene?
I don't like it.
It's a good scene.
I don't like it. I think he's asking a bit too much, frankly. He's like, I'm like, yeah.
To share that you're a fucking time traveler with your partner?
What business? First of all, she was doing that before you came along, mate. All right?
All right, but that doesn't mean you
what
keep
business
it a
of
secret.
yours, cunt?
Why? Right. Your bias here, right, is showing.
I know.
Because I can guarantee you, right,
Yeah.
if I'd only known you for a year and I'd been time traveling and then it got to a year in and you found out I could time travel, you might raise a few fucking eyebrows at it. This isn't like a year. This isn't a small hobby.
It's not been a year.
I think it's been a year.
I don't think it's been a year.
I think
they have not been dating a year. If they were dating a year, they'd have moved in together.
That's not always the case.
I think it is.
Look, even if it's not a year, I think not telling your partner you're a fucking time traveler is pretty crazy. And Danny has a right to have his shit rocked. Because not only has he found out, by the way, that's possible, he's also found out that his girlfriend was doing it and he had no fucking idea. It's a big night for him.
But what business is it of his?
If you have a partner, you share things with them. That's just relationships 101.
Yeah, but... Why?
Because that's what sharing your life with someone is about.
But do you need to share everything?
This isn't a small thing. This is everything. This is Clara's second life. This isn't a small hobby.
Yeah, all right, but like
she might die on Mars one day.
Okay, but what's the fucking cutoff though? Because like, do you tell someone who you've been on 2 dates with that you're a time traveler?
No, but
go into fucking adventures throughout the universe. But when do you admit that though? When do you know that? What if you yourself don't know how serious you are?
If Clara has admitted that she loved this man,
which might have been the first time she's admitted it even to herself.
Yeah, maybe. But I don't know. It's a conversation you have. I just think this is... I know what you're saying, and I get it, because from your perspective, I've also watched Doctor Who, and I get that this is... Time travel in this show is normalized to us. But in real life, right, which Danny Pink is the character to represent, like, how normal fucking people would interact with this news.
It's also a big thing to tell someone, though, as well. You got to be really fucking sure, because that's like a big thing. You can't really come back from that. And then what if they freak out and tell the government or some weird shit? You know, well, that's like a big thing.
All right, yes, the Doctor does wave around the concept of erasing his memories with pretty much ease several times.
Yes, but that's not mentioned before that though.
Look, I see what you're saying. I know where you're coming from. I just think this is a pretty big thing that you would share with a partner. Like, how could you not, really?
Yes, I'm not disputing that. I'm just saying when, though. I'm saying when is the cutoff, okay? And I don't think Clara is a bad person because she hasn't yet told him at all.
Not a bad person. I'm not even saying Clara's a bad
person.
Frankly,
I think we should all get off her back, all right?
I know you are.
She's never done anything wrong, all right?
I'm not saying she's a bad person. What I am saying is that now that Danny knows about this, it's kind of right. He's kind of has a fair reason to be like, I thought you might have told me this. By the way, he's not even like, you lied to me, rah, rah, rah.
I don't think he has any right, personally.
I think this might be one of your wildest takes, if I'm honest.
What right is it of it? I don't get it. I just like... Oh, you should have told... Why? What are you?
Her boyfriend?
You know? Yeah, boyfriend.
what does
no
that
ring
mean?
on that finger, is there? You know? You're not married.
Look, I like the fact that as a character, he's not even pissed off necessarily so much about the lying. He's more pissed off. He's not even pissed off. He's more a bit saddened by the fact that she's seen so many wonderful things and chosen not to share the most amazing aspects of her life, the best experiences she could ever have in her entire life. She's never even mentioned once to him. Like, that is hurtful.
But that's not what he thinks, though, because he doesn't even care about this shit.
I think he says it outright. He says outright what I just said.
But, yes, and I'm saying he's lying, because he doesn't even care about this shit, though.
Is he lying?
Yeah, you haven't seen later episodes, but yeah.
Well, I don't know. I can't.
I know. That's why I'm saying you like this. That's why I'm not making a big thing of it, but he's lying.
Okay.
Right?
Well, all right. Well, then we'll get to that when we get to that. Maybe I'll have my come to Jesus moment on Danny Pink, and I'll hate him as well.
I don't like him. All right.
All right. Is it one of them scenarios where the fact that I haven't seen everything to do with Danny Pink is really affecting my judgment of him here?
Maybe.
Okay.
I don't know.
Well, we'll see.
Well, some people like him.
Yeah. Anyway.
Oh, me.
He's pissed off, but he's like, there's the whole side of you I haven't seen. I want to know what you're like when you're with him, right? I want to understand it better. So they concoct a plan that he's going to wear the pervert watch, and sneak in and skulk in the back of the TARDIS while Clara speaks to the Doctor and goes about being. She's making a point of being like, you're going to see me being the other me, which is exactly the same as regular me. You're not missing out on anything here.
Mm-hmm. And this isn't raising an eyebrow. Like,
no,
you don't
this
trust
is weird.
her?
This is strange, yes.
This is weird. This is like, you don't trust her? You got to put on a secret pervert watch to fucking check up on your missus as she goes about her own fucking private hobby?
What I'll say is that Clara must have suggested this because he doesn't know about the pervert watch.
Yes, but he's going along with it.
Yeah, he's getting. I'm not saying he's not a bit strange for doing it, but I also think there's an aspect of like so much new stuff to learn here. Like the aspect, I think maybe the episode loses Danny a little bit in the sense they shouldn't have played it of I want to see what you get up to in there when you're not with me. They should have played it as like, I don't know, how does he treat you? Like, is he like, I don't trust him. Not I don't trust you.
He wouldn't have any right to that.
No,
either.
he wouldn't, but it'd be less weird, I think.
I don't like him.
All right. I like this scene. I like this scene a lot of the Danny essentially revealing himself in the TARDIS while the Doctor's there, because the Doctor starts immediately going like, oh, well, why don't we fucking go and do this? Why don't we go and do that? Why don't we do all these things? And Clara's
the Doctor immediately
notices.
The Doctor immediately notices what's going on.
Yes.
He can clearly sense in the air that something's different, that Danny is around. So he's like, oh, you know what? I'm bored. Let's go time travel somewhere. Let's, remember that? What you got a problem for? You're always doing this. Remember that time you had to eat 2 dinners in a row or whatever?
Yeah.
Come on, this is fine. And then Danny's like, he knows I'm here, you know?
I will say, my exact note reads, the episode slightly loses me for Danny here, because I do think the moment is unearned that Danny reveals himself and immediately tries to prove that the Doctor is a piece of shit. Like, it's not. I understand he's probably fucked off about the whole lies and the maths PE thing or whatever, but realistically, he doesn't know who the Doctor is, and he doesn't know who the Doctor is enough to try and prove this opinion right. I like the comparison between like the Doctor is a man of a certain age at this point, and he does have slightly more of an ordering presence to him, and Danny sees that as an officer or a general type figure that he doesn't have a lot of respect for, but he doesn't know the bloke.
No, he doesn't, but he knows officers.
He knows officers, and I don't know. I just feel like Danny immediately trying to get
it's because Danny doesn't know what a Time Lord is.
Yeah.
And he hears Time Lord.
Yeah.
And is like, oh, you're one of those.
Oh, you're a prick, basically.
You're a pretentious prick with like an air of aristocracy and all this sort of stuff.
And he's not wrong about Time Lords.
No, he's not. But he also, again, he doesn't know the Doctor.
Yes.
He doesn't know the Doctor's history with Time Lords.
Yeah.
And like, fucking hell, the Doctor hates Time Lords more than anyone. You know?
But I don't know. I think this is the moment for me that I was a bit iffy on with Danny, because like, while I don't even necessarily think he's like fully wrong about the comparisons he's making, because there's definitely some unresolved soldier trauma from the Doctor that he's kind of unfairly dumping on Danny. It's just that the moment feels a bit unearned because Danny doesn't know who this bloke is. He really should have taken his little invisibility pervert watch off and been like, can I just ask you a bunch of questions and figure out what this kind of is? Like, he shouldn't have come in so hot-headed because it wasn't necessary. And they get into it. Like, they have a fucking full-out shouting match with each other.
They do have a big old shouting match, yeah. Yeah, they do. Don't get them anywhere, though.
No, not really. Fucking, there's a lot of... I do like the mocking. Oh, a Time Lord. Oh, I see. Like, I think Samuel French does a nice job at getting one-to-one with Capaldi and matching him.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't like him.
You really don't like him?
I don't. No, I don't. I don't like him.
All right.
Anyway, yeah, that all leaves with just everyone being quite upset and sad and pissed off, really. Like no one came out of that looking well, really. It's a bad day for everyone. Anyway, it's parents' evening.
Well, first Courtney's there, and she's like, "What's that?"
Yeah,
and he's
Courtney's
like, "It's a TARDIS. Fuck off."
No, he's not. He's nice to her.
Well, he's like, "It's a TARDIS. It goes in time and space." She's like, "Can I come?" And he's like, "Not now, but yeah, sure, maybe one day."
Yeah, he actually tells her. He says it's a time machine. It travels in time and space. He even shows her it, and then she's like, "Can I come along with you?" And he's like, "Maybe. I might have an opening. I'll let you know."
Yeah,
he says to her, but not right now. And she's like, "Look, it's the end of the world for me either way. It's parents' night, so mate, I'm fucked." So,
and spoiler alert,
off they go.
Not really. Her parents seem very chill.
I'd say that's her parents seem quite
neglectful.
Yes, I would say.
Yes. Very uninterested.
The best way to have put it, I would say. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, not great stuff. So the parents' evening happens. Matt Smith is like, "Oh, I don't want to deal with Courtney's parents," and Danny Pink's like, "I'll do it, mate. Ain't nothing much that could fucking piss me off tonight or whatever." So he does it. And the monster's back. The Doctor gets a little beep on his TARDIS, and the TARDIS is like, "The monster's back." So off they go. Essentially, off the Doctor goes to try and deal with it, and he does that by kind of making beckoning gestures to Clara from the window of parents' evening.
Yes. Yeah. Sorry, I was gonna say about Courtney. Her parents are like, well, Danny says Courtney is a disruptive influence, and then her dad's like, "Yeah, but last year you said she was a very disruptive influence." Also, what's this last year? He just started teaching here. He's new.
Well,
no, it's just a mistake.
It's
a writing mistake. There's no last year.
Can you prove it's not? And does the text imply that he was there last year?
The text doesn't imply he was there last year, apart from this one line.
So the text is implying it in that line.
No, because why would they're no further along in their relationship? They're still in the fucking dating phase.
You don't know what phase they're in.
They're in dating phase.
Yeah, but they could be like, it's been going on long enough for all the teachers for the kids to catch wind of it. I guess that wouldn't probably take too long anyway. But
that would take a week.
Yeah, true.
All right. Look, they're dating, man.
All right. You got like serious issues with Danny. You need to work on them.
Just me pointing out a mistake in the episode doesn't mean that I've got serious issues.
I don't know if it's necessarily a mistake. I think your insistence on a mistake is emblematic of your issues.
You're saying it's been over a year since fucking 11 regenerated into 12.
I think it could have been.
It's been over a year that Danny has been working at this school now.
I think it could have been.
You think it's been over a year since Deep Breath?
It could have been.
I don't think it could have.
Why?
Because nothing suggests that it has. Nothing suggests that it has been that long. Case in point, the relationship of Clara and Danny does in no way suggest that they've been together over a year. A year, that's when you're getting quite serious. I think you would at least be living together, or even acting like you're a proper actual couple rather than just going on casual dates here and there. The beginning of the episode, like their whole dating montage, that still suggests very early relationship dating phase, okay?
Are you going on runs as like as casual dates though for just someone you're dating? Like that feels
He's knocking on her door. He doesn't have a key. He's not coming
in? Maybe. I mean, look, ultimately, I don't know. And
I'm just saying.
Yeah, all right, fine. Let's go with you're right. Let's go with that.
Fucking hell. You was living with your fucking partner before you even got together.
All right,
so
but we lived in the same flat building, the same flat hall. Like,
yes, you did, Lawrence. But which bedroom did you sleep in every single night, even before you was in a relationship with her? Was it your own?
It's not my fault we needed a communal living space, and I was so happy to donate one.
Was it your own?
But you remember when my room just became the GTA 5 room because he had the massive TV in there?
Yeah, I do.
Anyway, we need to get on with. Oh my god, this episode. So yeah, the doctor beckons Clara out of parents' evening, and they run off. Danny also like joins them, and is like, I'll come too, I guess. I do like the moment where they kind of just they go to shuffle off, and Courtney's parents goes, Courtney was right about them. They straight up fucking like they are.
Yeah, they didn't say that.
No, but that's what's being said, isn't it?
Yes, it's what's
they're off for a quickie at parents' evening.
Bit much, frankly.
Calm down.
I know. Yeah, right. So they come up with a plan. They're running through it and everything, and then Danny's like, "What? So you're using Clara like a decoy?" And then the doctor just goes, "No, not like a decoy, as a decoy. Shut the fuck up, all right? Don't I teach you anything in stupid school?"
I like how quickly aggravated he is. He goes, shut up quickly, and then he says something again. He goes, PE, shut up.
Yes. And then Danny's like, isn't there anything I can do? And the doctor goes, yes, and this is very important. Okay, so listen closely. Fuck off. All right. And then just runs away.
Look,
that's good stuff.
I understand Danny, right? Because this is the perfect sum up of this guy doesn't know he's in Doctor Who, right? Because this is run of the mill Doctor Who stuff, you know.
Hey, to be fair, none of them know they're in Doctor Who.
No, but they are in the loop of we do this shit on a daily basis, right? Yeah, yes. Sure, I'll go and run and be a decoy. Another day in the fucking another Tuesday for Clara and the Doctor. This is right.
Yeah, exactly. He doesn't know their dynamic, so that's what I'm saying. I think it's wrong of him to like assume and insert himself into this situation which he doesn't know fuck all about.
Right, but from the perspective of a normal person, is it not more like that implies a lot of what we were saying earlier about Clara, right? The flawed thing, right? A human character with flaws isn't going to go, well, hang on a minute, I don't know the dynamic of these two time travelers. Your instant reaction as a boyfriend who's just found out his partner was a fucking time traveler like a couple of hours ago would probably... It would be more along the lines of, hey, don't use my girlfriend as a decoy for a monster. Also, let's evacuate the children in this building where you've just said a bomb might go off. That's far more normal.
Yeah, but I don't like him.
Yeah, that doesn't mean... I'm not even trying to shoot out for Danny, all right? I'm just saying, I think as a character, he's not inconsistently written as of yet. Like, I think he's fine. He's a normal character. He's no different from any side character in Doctor Who.
I don't like him. I'm going to find flaws in him, all right?
But there's flaws out there that just makes him a more relatable character.
Flaws that I don't like.
All right, fine. Anyway, yeah, you're right. The Doctor tells him to fuck off, basically. And we see Danny...
And good for him.
He does have... Danny is having a little sulk in the corridor until he sees the monster chasing Clara, which I thought was quite funny. I do like that he's actually just gone and fucked off.
Yeah, why is he not going back to parents' evening, man? He's just having a little sulk in the corridor, like, they don't want to let me play with them.
He's doing that thing that Andrew Lincoln does in that Love Actually scene where he walks around London and just starts going, ah!
It's true, yeah. While Dido plays, I won't go down with this ship. I will put my hands up and surrender.
Love Dido.
There will be no white flag above my door. I'm in love and always will be.
And then
I fucking hate. Stop singing, all right?
I have to sing.
I have to sing. You don't have to join in because when you do, there's like a fucking half a second delay, which really fucks me up.
Yeah, but look, if you just leant into it and got over it instead of trying to correct yourself.
Sing a song now. Sing a song.
Today is gonna be
the day that we're gonna throw it back. It's gonna be the day.
Yeah, I understand it's annoying.
Yeah, it is annoying, isn't it?
All right, but like you just gotta live with it for a sec.
All right.
So I can have the song.
Shut up.
There's a song in my heart and there's joy there too.
Well, I'm going to stamp that out right now.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, this is kind of just a bit of fucking around. Clara leads.
Whatever. They fucking get the thing or whatever.
Yeah, there's explosions. They look quite good, practical effects wise. A lot of explosions going off. Clara doing a bit of jumping out of the way.
Danny does a flip over the thing, which is a bit much, frankly.
Right, this flip is so stupid.
It's a bit much, isn't it?
It's a picture perfect gymnastic flip.
Is Danny a gymnast now as well? What's going on?
I think that they're trying to sell the idea that this soldier would know how to do a combat flip, but I'm like, this is not what
This is
soldiers
not a combat
do.
flip.
Yeah.
This is... I don't think soldiers... I haven't been to Afghan myself, but I don't think soldiers in Afghanistan were doing fucking flips like this around fucking Baghdad.
This is this is what frustrates me, right? Because fucking this would have been the perfect instance to show us that the military has use, that Danny's military expertise can be of benefit to Clara and the Doctor. If he had done some essence of military training or military tactics to get them out of this scenario, because the Doctor's fucked without a distraction and Clara doesn't know what to do, right? It would have been the perfect thing for Danny to go, I'm doing a military thing, and look, it actually fucking saved the day. So maybe you're not always right about everything.
But what would he do? Just shoot it with a gun?
Well, I don't know. I don't know what it would have been, but it wouldn't have been a perfect flip.
It's all right, guys. I'll shoot it with a gun. All right. You all stay there. I'll shoot it with this gun.
He calls in a fucking
seconds.
airstrike.
Yeah. Also, I think they need the soldier rivalry to go on a little bit longer. So.
Yes. Yeah. Which is, it's resolved very quickly, I think.
No, it's not. I mean, further episodes.
Okay, yeah. In this episode, it's put to bed, and I'm like, oh.
No, it's not. Anyway, they save the day.
Yeah.
It's all fine. The Doctor takes Courtney into space, and they throw away the Scovox thing.
Yeah.
They throw away the little robot into space, and Courtney throws up or whatever.
Yeah.
So that's good stuff. Anyway, then the Clara and Danny are in his flat.
Oh, you missed the whole scene where Danny's like, it doesn't matter if the Doctor likes me or not. He just wants me to be like good enough for you.
Yeah, I know, because I thought that was the next scene. But anyway, yeah. So, and I don't like that either. I don't like that. I don't like them speaking for Clara. All right, and I don't like.
Yeah, true.
I don't like this scene. I don't like the whole idea that, we're the men and we have to be, Clara's a woman, so we got to protect this little woman. All this scene, it hits me wrong, all of it, frankly.
Yeah, I hadn't considered it from that perspective. That does make a lot of sense. Like
you wouldn't, you sodge.
No, I do see what you're saying, and it does take away a bit of Clara's agency and the choice that she makes to do these things.
Exactly, because it is her choice as well, and that's another reason I don't like Danny. I'll get into that.
Yeah, sure. But no, I don't know. It's a bit bravado-y and a bit showman-y, but like there is an element as well that Danny does make a point of like, I was behind you the entire time. I was the person that was like making sure that you were okay, and like maybe a little bit lacking in agency for Clara. But it is more to be said than like what the Doctor can do, because he did just use her as a decoy and trust that she would be fine. Oh, but then maybe Clara values the trust more than having a bodyguard. I don't know. It's layered.
I'll be honest. I didn't listen to what he's just said.
Fuck, right.
So I'll be honest.
The worst thing is, I'm not going to repeat it, and I actually came to a realization that you might be more right about Danny than me. So
that's fair. I'm sure it was good, insightful stuff.
Sure.
Anyway, so they're in Danny's flat at the end of the episode, and they're like, well, what now? What do you think? What's going on? And Danny's like, look, I'm a cunt, all right? So basically, you just need to fucking tell me if he ever pushes you too far, because somehow I control you now, okay? And if you ever fucking step out of line, then I'm fucking gone and we're finished, cunt, all right? So fuck you. Here's an ultimatum. I'm controlling and a prick, and I hate me.
Look, the ultimatum is not good stuff, right?
Yeah.
Fully get it. Fully understand that, right? I do think there is a very reasonable request in sense of establishing boundaries. Like, hey, we're sharing a life together now, right? We are partners. If you're putting yourself in harm's way... What?
You said we're partners, and then I said in crime. And then I was going to do the silly little... Dun, 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 dun. Anyway,
it's good.
It's a good bit.
Well, we did it, didn't we? We got there. So.
Yeah, we did it. We did it together. It was nice. I'm glad we shared that moment. Yeah. Like partners in crime. Look,
it's a little full on. I understand the ultimatum is not good, but I do understand from a character perspective why he would see it this way, as clearly as black and white as this. He sees the Doctor as an officer. He sees Clara as a soldier. This man is instilling within you this kind of understanding that you should push yourself and always strive to be better because you want to impress these people, because you want to move up the ranks, I guess, right? I understand why he would have trauma surrounding that he maybe should not unfairly push onto her, but I see why he would, why that would be a natural instinct for him not to see someone that he cares about fall down the same kind of pitfalls in life that he did in the military. I get all of that. And I think it's maybe not fair to do it's definitely not fair to do the ultimatum, but it's understandable. And the character, no one's wrote the character of Danny Pink to be perfect. And I think from his character, it's a fair enough thing. No, you need to say stuff. You can't just
I will. I'm just saying that's what I think of Danny. I think he's a big fart.
I can't believe you turned around and got your bare ass out to do those real farts as well.
That's how committed I am. He's a prick. Again, what right is it of his for this? What right is it of his to put this fucking ultimatum on her? And you're like, he's a partner. Well, fucking move on then, all right? If you're putting this on your partner, it sounds like you don't even want the relationship. Go fucking be with someone else, you cunt.
No, but... boundaries, though? He's allowed to ask for them. She doesn't have to meet him. And she can tell him to fuck off.
Should.
But do you not see why, like, this is a fair request from him? Like, hey, just tell me if you're being pushed too far.
Yeah, but I think the issue is I know she's not, all right? Okay.
What? You know she's what?
Not being pushed too far, okay?
Okay.
Well, you know she's not. We all know she's not.
Yeah, but this comes back to we've seen Doctor Who, and he has.
Yes, I know, and that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Okay, I have seen Doctor Who, so I know that like Danny is coming at this. Like, if the Doctor's forcing you to do this, and you hate this and don't want to do any of this, then you have to stop it. And I'm like, but she's not. We know she's not. We know she enjoys this. So stop being a fucking weird, jealous prick about it. All right, stop trying to control her and just let her live her life.
I think what you're saying about her he thinks that she hates it is wrong, because he's very much admitting you're doing this because you're pushing yourself to impress him. You're doing this.
But that she's not doing it to push herself to impress him. She's doing it because she genuinely loves it. She even says that.
Isn't there a part of like Clara's character down the line that is
not to impress him? No.
Okay. All right. Well, I don't know. So, all right. Well, interesting. We will see as Danny Pink continues to be a character for I don't know how many episodes left.
Not many.
Anyway, we're in the office from Bruce Almighty.
Fucking hell! What a pull! All right. What a reference! Isn't it? What a reference that is.
It's an afterlife white office.
Is there a white office in Bruce Almighty?
Yeah, or at least a void or something, and it's got a filing cabinet in it because it's Morgan Freeman's like, I'm God and I'm in a white suit.
That was in a building. That was in like an unbuilt building.
Was it? I thought it was in an office because he has a filing cabinet in it, I'm pretty sure.
The filing cabinet is later when he's doing emails.
Oh.
Yeah, different scene.
Oh, well, I haven't seen Bruce Almighty in a while. I thought I was doing a generational pull right there.
No, you failed.
Clearly not. All right, what's going on in this scene? The last scene.
Well, that guy's here. I forget his name, but he's that guy.
Yeah, I know I don't know his name either, but I know that guy. Yeah.
He's a comedian, and he's in the thick of it as well, actually.
Oh, is he? There we are.
Yeah, he's in the thick of it.
Probably been on 8 out of 10 cats
Everybody knows. Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Well, stop singing KSI songs. Nathan, have you only heard that song from KSI just recently?
Yeah, because it only came out just recently.
About a year ago, for sure.
It didn't come out a year ago.
Oh, look at it. Hang on.
He came out less than a few months ago.
That cannot be true. When did it come out?
It is true.
It keeps coming up with 2024. Give me the month. October 2024.
Yeah. Is that a year ago?
No, it's not a year ago.
Yeah, it's a couple of months ago.
All right, fine. I'm wrong.
Yes, you are wrong.
Fine.
Dickhead.
Anyway, what's going on in this room? The guy's there.
Yeah, it's just basically, it's another Missy scene. They're like, oh, is that fucking dickhead cop is there from earlier? And it was like some of your sci-fi movie. Fuck off, you cunt. I'm glad you're dead. All right. Anyway, and then he's like, oh, yeah, you're dead or whatever. And then Missy walks through a door and she's like too busy to see him. And fair enough, I would be too for this cunt.
Yeah.
So
I'm not dealing with the racist one. I'll deal with the cool ones from space or whatever, but this guy's just a racist.
I'm not dealing with this cunt. He's not even a fucking real cop. He's just a fucking prick playing pretend.
And on that note, it is time for
Weirdo of the Week.
This is everybody's favourite segment of the show.
Are you flagging?
We get to take the no, I'm good, mate. We get to take the chance to look back and reflect on some of the weird and wonderful and grubby little fucking cunts who come across our screen each and every week. Lawrence, who's your weirdo?
Clara.
Oh, come on now. Mine's you for loving Danny.
Oh, the fuck you. Mine's Clara because of that school play lie. Just horrendous.
It was a good lie.
It's the worst lie ever told, I think.
She was under pressure.
Doesn't make it good.
No, it's good stuff.
It's a bad lie. Bad lie from
Yeah,
her.
but that was kind of the point of it, though.
My other one, if I could have another one.
Another one.
Would be... Nathan, have you only just heard about DJ Khaled?
I don't know who that is.
My other one would be Courtney, because she followed Danny and Clara into a weird room and then just waited there and didn't do anything. And I think she might have been perving.
Wouldn't you, if you were at school and you thought there were two teachers who were shagging and you saw them go off into a little fucking cupboard, wouldn't you follow them?
No.
Imagine the story, though.
I understand where you're coming from. I cannot say I would ever do it. There's no story is worth being in that environment and then having to go to 8 fucking meetings with various school board governors and shit too.
You're thinking of that as an adult. You're as a 28-year-old man with responsibilities and shit. Yeah. Think of it as a horny 15-year-old boy.
Oh, right? In that case, I'm going in. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah. Of course you are.
And I'm jacking it.
Anyway, my weirdo's that cop because of everything I said.
Racist, yeah. Makes sense.
Racist fuckhead, A-cab. Anyway, moving on.
Indeed, Nathan, it's time for the audience to have their say. If you're new...
What?
Oh, yeah, sorry, Nathan, it's time for the audience to have their say.
What?
Nice. If you're new, you can write in on the emails or the Discord. Let us know your thoughts on the episode. We look through some, pick some out, read some out on the show. What email did we get this week, Nathan?
This one's from Amy Hope. She says, honestly, one of my favourite 12 episodes was the episode I chose to have on whilst having dinner for my birthday a few days ago. Oh, happy birthday a few days ago. I think it has some really good Swerve and Clara moments, as well as some good development for Danny. Also, random question. Do you think you can get travel sickness from the TARDIS, either just by enter it and or flying around in it? From Amy, brackets, not pond. Good question. I think you must be able to, because clearly Courtney did. I wouldn't, because I'm built different.
I would. I'm built.
Yeah, you would.
Not good. I can't sit in the backseat of a car for more than 20 minutes without wanting to be sick.
Why?
Because I just what is travel sickness? What do you mean why? It's just a very common thing.
You want to grow up.
Look, I'm not saying it's cool. I'm not out here boasting.
You want to have a word with yourself. You want to have a word with yourself and grow up, I reckon.
Someone must have done. Someone, apart from Courtney, someone must have chundered on the TARDIS before.
Yeah, probably you.
Yeah, in the back seat of the TARDIS.
Yeah. Anyway, let me just get this last email out of the way. This one's from Brooke. Shut up. This one's from Brooke, who says, "Dear Nathan and Lawrence, I hope I'm not too late." Look, he probably was, but it's fine.
Yeah.
I often struggle to drift off because of Lawrence. I often struggle to drift off to sleep without any noise, and find your podcast really useful to get me to sleep. Oh, glad we could help. Is that a backhanded compliment?
Yeah. We're so boring.
And keep me that way. I've been re-listening at a very fast rate and feel like I have transcended my existing autism to uber autism, as Doctor Who is no longer my hyperfixation. It's now a silly little podcast about Doctor Who, brackets, send help. Anyway, I've been sleeping with this show, playing, and and it has meant it's been in my dreams every day for at least a week. Just thought I'd share some. Number one, these are the dreams.
Yeah, okay.
I met y'all at a Doctor Who live show where we watched Russell T and Moffat chat about Doctor Who, and it turned out you were sat behind me and my boyfriend and you took over the show. Like a mutiny? Like we just...
We've had enough.
We stormed the stage January 6th style.
We can't listen to this anymore.
We're taking over. All right.
They're giving a very eloquent and well thought out and reasoned talk on Doctor Who, a presentation view, and then all of a sudden our theme music starts playing.
And we rush the stage.
Nathan's booming voice across the speakers. Hello and
welcome. That's good stuff. Number two, I was listening to Day of the Moon, and the silence
is that the
will
one with the
fall
moon, isn't
impression. No, it's not. I'm gonna fucking kill you. I was listening to Day of the Moon, and the silence will fall impression ended up in my dream. So the silence were coming for me. I don't know what the silence is for. Did we do an impression in that episode?
Is that the infamous Dr. Disco Mrs. Nesbit silence art origins?
Could be. I don't know.
Look, we need to stress this, right? Look, if you guys are re-listening, that's fantastic. Nathan and I have finished recording these episodes, and it's the last time we think about what we said on those specific shows.
It's true. Yeah. It's
gone.
By the time you're hearing this, I've already forgotten this. All right.
People will do, like, in the days especially where we used to record earlier, people will be like, can't believe Lawrence said this, and I go, oh, I don't fucking know what I said. Sure.
No idea, man. No idea.
Okay, that's unbelievable.
Anyway, number three, my dad told me that he was one of you, and I believed it for a while until I realized that he's a solid 10 years older than you guys. That's not great. Also doesn't care about Doctor Who. That was a weird one. Anyway, dreams aside, this episode is all right. I like Danny, brackets, Nathan. I don't get the hate. He's a cunt. But the monster is kind of mid. Yeah. Sorry for the weird long ramble. Send in love, Brooke, smiley face, sent from Outlook for iOS.
Ooh, Outlook
anyway,
for
that's
iOS.
all the emails. Send in an email.
Send it, 2 emails. Wow.
2 emails. A pittance.
Yeah.
The cupboard is bare. I feel like old Mother Hubbard. Go into the cupboard and there's nothing but a little bone or whatever. You know what that rhyme is?
I don't remember it. I'm going to just trust in you that there was a bone in the cupboard.
You don't know that rhyme? Old Mother Hubbard, she went to a cupboard and then something about a bone and a dog or whatever.
If I followed those teachers into the cupboard, there'd be a bone in the cupboard.
All right, come on though.
It's a muscle anyway.
Look up Old Mother Hubbard.
Do I have to?
Yes, I need to get to the bottom of this.
2 hours and 35 minutes.
Yes, I need to get to the bottom of this. There's probably at least 15 minutes shaved off this.
All right. Old Mother Hubbard.
She lived in a cupboard. No, she didn't live in a cupboard. She went to a cupboard.
Old Mother Hubbard went to a cupboard to give the poor dog a bone.
I knew there was a dog and a bone.
She's assaulting this dog.
No, she's giving it a bone. A bone. A dog likes a bone.
That's your business, mate.
Don't act like you don't know the old trick of a dog and a bone.
When she got there, the cupboard was bare. So
That's what I'm saying.
So the poor little dog had none.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
It was a happy ending, though.
Well, I don't know. The little dog sat with his head on the mat, so hungry he wanted to cry. But he wagged his tail, and he barked, "You-hoo!" Looked Hubbard straight in the eye.
I don't know any of this.
No, nor do I. "Dog on," said the little dog. Fuck, the dog can talk?
Yeah.
That ain't the way to do. If you
It's
were
a nursery
hungry,
rhyme.
Oh, yeah, I guess. If you were hungry and wanted a bone, I'd find one somewhere for you. Well, you didn't. I got fucking beef with Mother Hubbard.
Right. I don't know what's going on here.
Oh, I'll be honest,
I don't
this
know
is
where
so
you
much
got this
longer.
from.
I'm not reading all this out.
You got some weird shit version of Mother Hubbard, all right? You don't know what you're
It's
talking
the
about.
version. It's Google's version of Mother Hubbard.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Once I caught a fish alive.
Anyway, on the Discord. No, please, Nathan, please.
8, 9, 10.
Please.
Then I let it go again. Why did... Now go on.
All right. Leah Marie, I'm fucking reading it. I saw you on the Discord moaning. I'll read your fucking Discord out, shall I?
All right, brutal.
So I'm just saying. I have very mixed opinions about this. I like it and I hate it at the same time. I like how it shows us Clara trying to balance her love life and the doctor life. I love Courtney in this episode, just wish they left it there. Still don't like Danny, but I like how much he cares for Clara and the children. Not a big fan of the Doctor and Danny scenes, and I think it's what lets it down for me. From the penguin of the Discord.
Gotta love a penguin.
A chocolate bar.
Pick up a penguin.
No.
All right.
I'm on a health kick.
You've been on that health kick for 4 years now. Why don't you calm down, all right? Yeah, I agree. I also don't like Danny, and he's a cunt.
I think even if you don't like the scenes, I don't know if they would let the episode down for me. I think that like they're well written, good fun scenes. Capaldi and Fingers do very well acting them, I think.
No, everyone's doing a good job acting wise. All right.
Yeah. I thought everyone had heard. Says, who the fuck is Buddy Holly? I thought everyone had heard.
Everybody want my Buddy Holly. That's a Weezer song, I believe.
Don't know.
Buddy Holly is that guy who died on a plane or whatever.
Yeah, he did that song Peggy Sue.
Yeah. Peggy Sue.
Sambuca Waters says, evening lads, I have two things, essential and optional. Essential,
Ooh.
the Matt Smith lookalike bit made me choke on my Kellogg's cornflakes. This is a core memory, you are welcome. Optional, what is the most recent thing you have choked on? I wonder where this is going.
My tongue.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I did that in the last episode of Another Happy Pod. Live on air.
Oh,
it happened. You can hear
that
it.
did happen.
Yeah, you can hear it.
Mine is Corsadil.
All right.
Which is a mouthwash that is supposed to reduce inflammation of the gums. So that was fun. Tastes like shit and was horrible.
Also, joke answer, your mum's dick.
Yeah, there we go. That's what you wanted.
Yeah.
That's what you wanted when you wrote that.
Yeah.
Additional essential, still going strong. I listen to you boys over and over again, even going back to your older Docky Who episodes repeatedly. I don't know why. ... I'm assuming it's because it's equal parts heartwarming and hilarious. Aw. Thank you so much for doing what you do. You're legends. Heartwarming and hilarious.
I am heartwarming and hilarious, so that checks out.
Would we qualify for either of those? I don't think so.
Yeah, I just said I'm both.
No, but I think we think we're funny. And have we ever been heartwarming? Maybe that one time you got upset about a Doctor Who quote or something.
All right, calm down.
No, I'm not.
All
I'm not
right.
saying it to be a knob.
All right, fucking hard enough for you.
Let me read some more out. Nat says, Pearl Goblin on the Discord. I think I'm the odd one out here, as I love the dynamic that gets set up between Clara, Danny, and the Doctor. I think the Doctor really has this self-hating thing going on with the whole hating soldiers thing, and refuses to face the fact that he himself is also a soldier. And Danny brings that out
really
in the
makes
forefront.
you think. Really makes you think.
Danny brings that out in the forefront, creating a very compelling confrontation. I also think Danny is well within his rights to request honesty from his partner, though he does come across a little bit controlling in how he communicates that to her. But that's because he sees his own military trauma in her dedication to the Doctor, and he knows that how that can destroy someone, and he doesn't want that to see that happen to her. I like all the drama and the toxicity these dynamics bring about. Courtney should have stayed in this episode, though.
Maybe I can't say for sure, but look, some right, some wrong. So good stuff.
I think a lot of right in there. If I'm honest.
Well, you don't know. You don't know what you're talking about.
You know, someone in the Discord, by the way, earlier, they were talking about like tactics to get their message read out from the Discord. And one of them was say something so slanderous about Clara so that Lawrence reads it out purely to wind Nathan up so he can overreact to it or something.
Well, clearly that's true.
It's obviously working. Last one I will read out. Lukey Boy 7567.
Hello,
hey, lads.
Lukey Boy 7567.
Hey lads, first time writing anything on here. I've been waiting for this episode to do my first write-in because it fucking slaps.
That was a slap.
Damn. I saw that. Nathan acted out a slap. It was good. The back and forth dialogue between the trio is god tier, and I just had so much fun. Villain is shit, though, but who cares?
Yeah, who does care? I mean, that's like, like the villain is shit, but I'm like, yeah, it's fine, you know?
Yeah.
I'm not
I'm
offended.
fine with it.
Yeah, I'm fine with it too.
This is why the Krillitane takes the cake. Go to the episode, go to villain.
No, bad.
Anthony had been like, no one to miss.
The rest of the episode doesn't make up for it in the way this does, though. So
they got that swimming pool. You know, the doctor when the doctor's like, I'm so old now, and I'm at the swimming pool.
I know you fucking love that swimming pool.
And I've forgotten my trunks.
I hate you.
Anyway, thank you everyone for writing in. We massively appreciate it, and thank you for listening. If you've enjoyed the show, you can give us a little 5-star review. That would be fantastic. You can also follow us on Blue Sky, Instagram, and TikTok at StillGotLegsPod. And if you want to share your thoughts on each episode, like you just heard, the link to join the Discord is in the show notes, or you can email us at stillgotlegspodcast@gmail.com.
And I will say, get in those thoughts, because next week we will have fan favorites, and I think just everyone's favorite host, Catherine, join us. Catherine's coming back to join us to talk about Kill the Moon.
What if the moon was an egg?
Lawrence, will you shut the fuck up? So get ready for that. That'll be fun. So if you have, I don't know, a question for Catherine or whatever, get it in.
Everyone ask only Catherine questions. Here's the trick. She's going to be answering absolutely every single thing.
Catherine has told me that she will answer every single question that is addressed directly to her. So,
wow.
So get him in.
Really fucking stitching her up.
Get him in. Get him in.
Nice. Big thank you time. Thank you to Nina for managing the short form content as well as marshalling the Discord server alongside Maylena, and of course the head honcho Pierce.
And a big thank you to me.
For what?
For fucking doing this, man.
What,
don't I get a thanks?
The show?
Yes.
Do I not get a thanks?
No, you don't.
Why do I not get one?
Because you were late because of you. That's why you sacrifice your thank you for a lateness. All right.
I'm not going to keep mentioning the Ko-Fi because we've got a Patreon coming. It's on the 1st of March. Get excited.
Yeah.
And speaking of both shows that we do, Nathan,
save me your money. It's £5 a month. Also, someone said, did you see on Instagram? Because I put the little thing up on Instagram. Someone commented, this. Because, you know, like it says all the benefits. And then at the bottom it says £5 a month. Someone said, this reads like you'll be giving us £5 a month. And it kind of does.
They're not wrong. Yeah, it does read like that.
That's good stuff. So sign up for the Patreon and we'll give you £5 a month, I guess.
That's a burn on all of the mod team.
That's not legally
as well.
binding. Shut up, okay?
That's a burn on all the mod team as well. We sent that out to the mods prior to sending it to everyone, and none of them came back saying this. Right.
Yeah.
You should critically check us out, please.
No, don't. I can't handle that.
Yeah, I'd say that. Pierce has relaxed since.
Yeah.
Nathan, we've got another podcast for a little bit, don't we?
Yeah. 3 more episodes to go, I think, of Another Happy Pod, our pop culture podcast, where we just watch movies. So come tune in. We got some movies to come.
We're doing Sherlock this week.
Sherlock Holmes. I'm not doing Sherlock.
Oh, yes.
We're doing Sherlock Holmes. Sherlock is a BBC television show written by Stephen Moffat and Mark Gatiss, okay? We are doing Sherlock Holmes, 2 movies written by Guy Ritchie. What you fucking do, you slag? Starring Robert Downey Jr. and Jude Law.
Oh, Jude Law. What a lovely man. I'm going to be Sherlocked in.
Good one.
Like that password.
Good one.
In that show. Anyway, thanks for listening. Goodbye. We love you lot. Stay beautiful. Stay cool. Stay humble. Bitch, sit down. Stay humble.
I heard your team Drake.
I'm not.
Certified lover boy, certified pedophile.
Right, I'm pressing that button. Let's keep talking until the
Should have pressed it a long time ago.
Well, I didn't. Press it now. Bye.
Fuck you. Bye.